Story time on how I found out my college roommates were low-key some weirdos. Get ready with me while I tell it. Let's go back to 2020. So I was in my dorm. I had my roommate, which lived in the same room as me, and then I had suite mates. So we shared a bathroom, and then you would cross the bathroom, and there would be their room. So there's two other girls in there as well. I think our other roommate had moved out at the time, so it was just one girl in the other room. My roommate's name is going to be Jess, and my suite mate's name is going to be Lily. Let's say that. So freshman year, my mom would make me go home every other weekend because I was like 18. My mom was like, I don't want you going to parties every weekend. You have to come home at least 2 weekends out of the month. And I was like, damn. Anyway, I told my roommates that I would be back on Monday, the weekend I had left, because I think there was like some type of holiday or something. But I had forgotten that my friend was having a birthday dinner on Saturday. So I was like, oh frick, I have to come back on Saturday. And I'm obviously not gonna go back home. Like I lived kind of far from campus. I'll just stay in my dorm tonight, yada yada. Dinner's over. I come back to my dorm. Tell me why when I open up this door, my bed, my side of the room is a mess. Freshman year of college, I'd make my bed every single morning. Do I always do that? No, but especially because I had a roommate there and no one wants to see a messy room. So I was like, I always made it. Everything looked perfect before I left. So I was like, what the hell happened? I'm like, Jess, who the hell slept in my bed? Who slept in my bed? Jess is like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry, Tamaya. Lily and I got so blacked out drunk last night and then she ended up sleeping in your bed. Like we were so gone and like I got so mad at her because I'm like, you know how Tamaya feels about her bed. Side note, I was very adamant about no one sleeping or getting on my bed in college. I don't like that was kind of my one space in that damn room where I felt like was just mine. We shared the bathroom, we shared clothes, we shared like our desk. Like it just felt like nothing was mine. So my bed was like the one thing I was like, guys, do not sleep in my bed, do not touch my bed. Like everything needs to be clean and whatever. I'm pissed though. I'm like, Lily needs to clean all of my sheets, my bedding immediately. And I called my friend Cheyenne. Hey Cheyenne, if you're watching, but I was like, can I sleep in your dorm? I think she was like away for the weekend. I ended up getting a few things and went into her dorm and slept there. And then I came back in the room for one more thing and tell me why they were all willy-nilly chilling in the room, like not moving a finger. I said, y'all need to be cleaning up my sheets like right now. Like everything needs to be in the wash right now. They're like, oh, sorry. Okay. Anyway, that really pissed me off, especially like I told y'all the setup of our room. She is literally right across from us. Like it's all that's separating our rooms is a bathroom. Therefore, you're so blacked out drunk that you can't walk a few steps to your room. Anyway, the next morning, I get a really nice text from Lily. She's like, I'm so sorry for sleeping in your bed again, but everything is clean. Like, you're welcome to come back. I'm like, oh, finally, I get to sleep in my bed and be in my room. Fast forward to about 2 months later. It was like Christmas break, and since I live in Arizona, I went to Arizona State University, I would like stay at my dorm sometimes because like I wanted to still be around the other people that were still on campus, the other like natives and whatnot. With that being said, Lily had an iPad, and Lily never used her iPad. We were always welcome to use her iPad. So I remember I was editing this video for my Instagram, like it was this cool little fashion video, and I was like, let me edit her on her, like, what is it called, iMovie? Once I was done editing, I went to her camera roll to delete my video, and then I look up a few rows and tell me why I see 2 pictures of my bed perfectly made. I hate to be this girl, but this is gonna have to be a part 2 because I'm already at 8 minutes on this video and I'm not gonna have enough time to get into this. So come to part 2. Part 2 of how I found out my college roommates were low-key some weirdos. I'm sorry about the delay. It's not my fault, I promise. But I'm having to film this in a different format, so bear with me. But I see those 2 pictures. Let's go back. I see those 2 pictures on my roommate's iPad or my suite mate's iPad. And I'm like, and I immediately know why she has those pictures because I know ball. So when I was like in middle school, high school, I would go in my mom's room and I would still like makeup, clothes, whatever. But I would always take like a picture of like how things were mapped out beforehand so I could know exactly where to put stuff back after. Like if you know, you know. But I'm like, oh my gosh, she took these pictures so she could like sleep in my bed and make it back the same way I make it after. In this part of the story is when I do something I have no business doing, but I did it because I felt called to do so. So obviously at this point I'm on her iPad. Once I get there, I look to the date of when those pictures were taken, and I have the screenshots on my laptop. I cannot show them here. Just text Lily and says, sleep into Maya's bed tonight. Lily says, she's not here this weekend. And then she goes, nope, you sure it's okay? And she's like, she won't know, LMAO. And then she goes, I don't want to ruin your alone time. And then my roommate goes, take a pic of her bed before. Lily goes, oh, I don't care about her, lol. And then she says, I don't care at all. And then she goes, you the best. Oh, so y'all was plotting and scheming. The next thread is like when I came back and I was pissed. So then my roommate goes, bro, Tamaya's pissed that you slept in her bed since you never made it back. Can you wash, remake tomorrow ASAP? She said, yep, I'm so sorry. I thought she was coming back on Monday. She's like, same bro. She's sleeping in Cheyenne's room though, so I'm low-key hype. I get to sleep alone again tonight. I'm like, but you had her sleep in my, okay, whatever. Who orchestrates to sleep in somebody else's bed? Where do they do that at? Why, what is the obsession with my bed? Why can't you sleep in your own bed that is literally a few steps away? So here's the thing with those messages. First of all, I was pissed because the whole, like, I don't care about her. I'm like, first of all, I don't know how many times they had done this because, like I said, I had to go home every other weekend. My thing with my bed, first of all, a bed is very personal. With that being said, I don't want anyone's breath on my bed. You're breathing. I don't want that hot air, drool, none of that. Your face, I don't know if you washed your face. I don't want makeup dirtiness on my pillow. No. And then on top of that, not trying to call nobody out, but I will. Sometimes these girls were barely taking showers. So I'm like, I don't want your musty butt on my bed, point blank, period. And I know if I would have came home Monday, she would have just made my bed and nothing ever happened. I would have been sleeping on her dirtiness, which I probably did before because I know they've been doing this. Who goes through these loops to sleep in someone's bed? If anything, sleep on the damn floor for all I care. And she had slept on the floor before because she wanted to be in our room so bad. And low-key, I have a theory. We won't go there. After all that, I ended up telling my friends, I'm like, what do I do? Like, do I confront them? They're like, well, no, you can't really confront them because of what you did. I'm like, I did go through them. So obviously I couldn't confront them, but this is what I did do. Just got back from break and I was like, so that one night, like Lily just like came in my room, like, and slept on my bed, like she was really drunk and that's all that happened. She's like, yeah, like, she's like, I was so mad. I'm confused why she even did that because you've told us like you don't like people sleeping in your bed. So like, I really don't understand. While she was talking, I was like, oh, okay. Then I was like, I see red. I'm kidding. But from that point on, there was no more letting her borrow anything. I don't want to go out with you. I'm being very short with you. Like, and she literally ended up moving out a month after that because I was... But on the bright side, I ended up having my whole room to myself. I had 2 beds. I pushed them together. I had a mega bed. So it all worked out. Anyway, I think that's all I can say. And hopefully I can post this. But if I can't, like if you see this, you're lucky.
Story time on my horrible college roommate. I've already told this story on here before, but I've gained like a lot of followers since then. So giddy up. And I'm not talking about my freshman year roommate. I love all of them down, especially the one that was in my room. I love her down. I'm talking about sophomore year. So I moved in sophomore year. It's kind of like an apartment style setup. We had like a kitchen. We all had our own rooms. I shared a bathroom with the girl that was right next to me. And then there was 2 other rooms and a bathroom that they shared. Now for a while, it was just me and the girl that lived in the room right next to me. But then someone finally moved into room A. But room B was still empty until like around October. Until they move in this dumb asshole Phoenix. And her parents knew what she was gonna be when she got out the motherfucking womb. A bird brain ass bitch. Named you after one, hoe. Anyways, I digress. Let me tell you how it happened. So when she first moved in, everything's cool. Like, I don't really talk to her for real, but like, we weren't like all that close. So, you know, the first few days go by, whatever. And I noticed like dishes are starting to pile up in the sink. But I'm like, okay, let me just give them a chance to wash them, whoever's they are, because I didn't know if they were my roommate that stayed right next to me, or if it was a girl in room B. Because by this point, the girl in room A has moved out. I give it some time. I try and let it linger, you know, like they give them time to wash their motherfucking dishes. But by the end of that first week, actually was like probably like the middle of the second week, the whole sink was full of dishes. So I asked my roommate that lived next to me, I said, hey, are those your dishes in the sink? She was like, no, we've been washing our dishes. I'm like, yeah, you know, right. Like that we've been washing our dishes the whole semester. Like, this is just how, we don't do that. So like, I confirmed with her. I'm like, she hasn't washed any of her dishes. She just leaves them in the sink and she keeps using dishes. Like at this point, we can't use the sink for nothing else because it's full of fucking dishes. And so, we agreed that we're both going to try and, catch her before she locks herself in her room, before whatever the case is. But I barely crossed paths with her. And I didn't have her group me because our RA didn't give it to me. So, by the end of the second week, still not a dish has been removed from the sink. And by this time, I have 2 friends coming over. And I don't want the sink to be full of fucking dishes. So before my friend come over, I asked my roommate that lived in the room next to me, I'm like, hey, like, how should we go about this? Because we never know if she's in her room. We can't really, we have no way of communicating with her at this point. So we come up with a plan to put a little whiteboard on the fridge and, just write a note. Hey, can you please try to keep the sink clear? I ain't think nothing of it. Like, I feel like that's a really, girl, like, I could have been meaner. So me and my friends go out that night, I'm not thinking nothing about like the note or anything because I don't think it's rude. I have no way to communicate with you. And I still we put it up there in the morning. I ain't hear nothing from the bird all day. No flaps, no chirps, no nothing. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. So my friends could sleep in my bed. So they each had their own like designated sleeping spot. I slept in my boyfriend's room my ex, who was 2 floors above me. So I wake up early, I'm going back down to my room to check on my friends. And tell me why they tell me that the bird got up all early, she saw the note, and she all angrily washing her dishes and all this stuff. And then she writes all this stuff on the board. Mind you, never complained about anything. Talking about she saw a roach and she trying to, I'll get to that point. Talking about she saw a roach on the counter and things are, and there's crumbs everywhere. And mind y'all, my friends can attest. Our shit was not dirty whatsoever. We actually kept it quite clean. Because that's what you do when you're living with other people. I really didn't give a fuck about the bird's temper tantrum. I really didn't give a fuck about Miss chirp, chirp, chirp away. I don't give two fucks. So I said out loud for like everybody could hear in their rooms, wherever you were, you could hear it. I said if that bitch got something to say to me, she can come out here and say it to me. Other than that, she can shut the fuck up. Because who's scared of you, bird bitch? And that really ruffled her feathers. Now, I can't really remember how this full conversation went, but I know that I can give y'all the key points. She come out of her motherfucking nest with a nasty motherfucking attitude, like someone dropped one of her eggs or some shit. Talking about something about the note and how, and yada, 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 and how it was passive aggressive and yada, yada, yada. I said it wasn't passive aggressive. Nobody could talk to you, bitch. My friends are not in this at all. So it never even gave jump. I said, next time, wash your fucking dishes and don't leave them in the sink for 2 weeks. She talking about there was no dish rack or there wasn't enough room in the dish rack and blah, 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 blah. We have a dishwasher. You can hand dry your dishes. I don't give a fuck. Get them out of the fucking sink, bitch. That's what the fuck I told her. You know, things start getting heated. She like, I'll wash my dishes when I did it. And I said, leave them in the sink again. I'm going to throw them in the motherfucking trash. How about that? That's when she storms back into her fucking nest and she start tearing them twigs up. She closed her door. She start yelling. She throwing things around, throwing a whole motherfucking temper tantrum. Me and my friends are all looking like, this bitch is crazy as fuck. This bitch is crazy as fuck. I said, you ain't have none of that energy when you wasn't out here though. You didn't have none of that energy when you was out here though. So then she come back out and she talking to her bitch ass bird ass parents. And if you see this bitch, I still feel the same way. We can still get there. We can still get there, bitch. She talking about, oh, she got her 2 friends here and da-da-da-da-da. My friends like, we don't got nothing to do with this. We're not involved. And they know I can handle my fucking self. Especially against yo ugly, dirty twig bird bitch ass. So by that time, my friends called my ex to come downstairs. Because they knew I was about to get to a point where I was finna break that bird motherfucking spine. I was finna twist her head right the fuck off. So by the time my ex comes down, at this point, I'm just trolling this bitch. Call her a dirty bird asshole. I told her mama knew what the fuck she was gonna be before she came out and named your ass after a bitch ass bird, bitch. Fuck you. Look at your face. Look at everything you got on. You're ugly as fuck and you're mad. I throw them motherfucking dishes all over your motherfucking room. Try me, bitch. Try me. Because then she want to get too big for her motherfucking britches. Oh, if you do that, I'm what she say? She finna throw trash over our whole dorm. Bitch, you live here too. That does nothing. I say leave more dishes in the sink for more than a few days and I'm gonna break them hoes. Think I'm playing. By that time, my friends are asking me to like go walk them down and all the things to, you know, because also this bitch said, oh, I'm gonna call the police. I'm gonna call the police. Call the police, bitch. I don't give 2 fucks. Do it, ho. Do it. You bird brain ass bitch. You dumb as fuck. What the police gonna do? So she go back in her room, start tearing shit up again, throwing temper tantrums. Mind you, she never wanted to have no type of energy with me in my motherfucking face. So I finally walk my friends downstairs. My ex goes back up to his room and I'm on the phone with him as I'm coming back into the building. So I get back into my dorm. I don't give a fuck about this bitch. Like, bitch, you're a bird. You know, she in her room probably trying to rebuild her nest. And I start making some food in the kitchen. And, you know, I wash my dish afterwards. But I'm still on the phone with my ex. And at this point, I'm just trolling this bitch. Like, I'm trolling this bitch. I'm talking louder. Like, I know she hear me. While I'm washing my dishes, I'm like, oh, look at that. Soap and a sponge. Real quick, 30 seconds. And I told my ex, oh, man, I think I know why she wasn't washing her dishes. You know, it's hard to wash dishes with just wings and claws, you know? Then I know I used the egg. I was like, oop, I should be more sensitive about using this egg. It's offensive to her kind. But then I kind of let it go. But we had to set up a remediation meeting with our RA. So I get to the meeting first. And I told him straight up, I said, I can't hide my emotions and I'm not going to. She was like, just try and keep it cordial. I'm like, okay. So in the mediation thing, I go first. You know, I'm calling this bitch. No. She goes first. And she telling her, she chirping away, you know, blah, 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 blah. Well, I start going, chirp, 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 chirp. And she got so motherfucking mad. Oh my gosh, but that's not where it ended. Oh, I cracked myself up. That's not where it ended. So it finally get to my turn to tell my side of the story. And I said, I was getting to the part where she was in her room tearing up her nest. And I said, you know, the bird, she went back into her room. It went back into its nest and it started tearing it up. And I'm like, girl, why you tearing up your nest like that? Pretty sure I called her a bitch. Oh, what made her real mad? This is what made her walk out of the mediation. She was like, yeah, she called my room ugly. I said, I cut her off. I said, I didn't call your room ugly. I called you ugly, boo, because you are, and you still are, and you will forever be ugly. And she said, I'm not gonna sit in here while you insult me. And bitch, okay, bye. I don't give a fuck. So then I had to have a conversation finish off the conversation with my RA, saying that I provoked her, and I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. If it ruffled her feathers, okay, it ruffled her feathers. Oh well, I'm not scared of the bitch. All she gonna do is peck, peck, peck. But then on Halloween night, I severely sprained my ankle and then had to be on crutches, and so the dorm life was not for me. Moved out in December. And that bitch probably still in her little nest, you know, wiggling it up. I don't know what she doing. Probably looking for some male bird to fertilize her eggs. Anyways, Phoenix, if you see this shit, fuck you, fuck your mama, fuck your daddy, fuck your sisters, fuck your brother, fuck everybody important to you, you dumbass, dirty ass, nasty ass, trifling ass, not washing dishes ass bitch.
I would have rather sell my open veg on the internet to strangers than live with a roommate again. I haven't had one since college, and here's why. My senior year of school, me and my best friend decide that we gonna live off campus to try to save some money, okay? But as we start looking for 2 bedrooms, we find out that everything is $500, $600 a piece. We can't afford that, okay? We're college students. We 20 years old. We can't do it. Too much. Too much for Michigan in 2010. Too much, okay? But then my homegirl tells us, hey, have you heard about the Villages? It's right on the outside of campus. $380 a person, but you gotta live with 2 other roommates. So it's gonna be 4 in an apartment. Now when we got to campus, we were living in a quad. We know what it's like to live with 2 other girls. We got this. We feeling like we could do this. How bad could it be? The other upside of it is that the Villages had a roommate matching system. They match you on 40 factors of compatibility. We're talking, what time do you wake up in the morning? What time do you go to bed? What time do you go to school? Do you spend time at home? Are you a homebody? Do you have a significant other who always got their dick out in your house? Tell us the truth. I said to myself, I can coexist with a stranger. As long as we can respect each other's boundaries, we'll be good. And this roommate matching system will help us do that. So I was down. And so was June. We move into the apartment. First issue. They have put us on opposite sides of the apartment. I need to be close to my best friend so that we can talk shit, so that we can say good morning to each other, so that we can talk shit. I don't like this. But the other 2 girls have already moved in, so we don't really have a choice. The other issue, my room is significantly smaller and significantly darker, and I need sunlight, okay? Look at me now. I need it. I say, friend, can you switch? She says, I'm not switching. I like this room. I said, please, can we switch? I cannot live in that room. And she's like, you can live in that room. You tripping. I was like, please. And she was like, okay. If you let me take the TV when we move out, I'll give you the room. I said, take the fucking TV. I don't even watch TV. The TV's yours, okay? We switch rooms. And as I go over to that room and start moving stuff in, moving things around, the door nearest me opens. My first roommate emerges. She is what I can only describe as a Caucasian Grogu. Okay? White girl, hair like this, big ass eyes, wrapped in a blanket. Small, very small. And she says, oh my God, you must be my new roommate. Give me a hug. She brings me in for a hug without my permission. But we're here now. And I say, hello, I'm Kimber. It's nice to meet you. And she says, I'm Carrie, and it's so nice to meet you. You don't understand. The last girls who live here, complete bitches. But I feel like you, not a complete bitch. Not a complete bitch. So, welcome. Where's my other roomie? June emerges from her room. She walks over and she says, hey, I'm June. Come here, girl. I love you guys so much already. Girls. I look at June. June looks at me. We look at Carrie. We're like, it's great to meet you, Carrie. Have you met our other roommate? The door nearest June opens, followed by a cloud of black and mild smoke. The dulcet tones of Detroit rap music billow out behind her. And here she comes. A short, brown-skinned black woman with a Nicki Minaj bob with a blunt cut bang. She looks at us. She walks past us into the kitchen, removes a Smirnoff Ice from the refrigerator, returns to her bedroom and closes the door. So that's our other roommate? That's Shayla. She's cool. Me and June looked at each other. So these are our roommates. This is going to be an interesting year. So we're about a month into living together and things are going well for the most part. I'll be honest. We hardly ever see Shayla. We smell Shayla, but we don't see her, okay? And then we got Carrie. And Carrie just want to be down. She just want to have black friends so damn bad. One of the things that Carrie offered in order to be better friends with us was to do our hair. Yeah. Because, see, here's the thing about Carrie. Carrie didn't go to college with us. No, she didn't go to the university. She went to the hair school. She went to the hair school on campus. The hair school that everybody know you do not go to the hair school is right next to the Barnes & Noble. Everybody know you don't go to that school unless you want to get your hair fucked up. And you going to spend $30 to let them fuck your head up, and then you going to spend another $100 to have to go to a black salon and have them fix it. You don't go to the hair school. You don't go to the hair school. But Carrie went to the hair school. You guys, if you ever need a trim, you ever need a cut, I got you. Before the parties, I got you. You don't even have to go into the salon. I can do it right here. They say we're not supposed to bring our supplies home, but it's mine. My daddy fucking paid for it. I'm gonna use it when I want to. You know what I mean? So anytime. Now me and June, absolutely fucking not. We were never in any lifetime going to let that girl play in our heads. Absolutely not. Now from Bianca, she was trying to save a coin. Okay, she was trying to save a coin and she took a chance. Bianca had the most beautiful hair, and I'm telling you, it's big, long. She said, I got a little hair to spare, so why not just try? Every time we ask why not, the universe shows us why not. From the moment Carrie sat Bianca down in front of that kitchen sink and turned the water on to wash her hair, things went south. Because Bianca had a lot of hair. We had a little kitchen sink. She could not get that. She couldn't get it wet. You got to get it wet. She couldn't do it. So the hair was half wet, half dry. But she kept going. Putting shampoo on dry hair. Okay? Barely washed it out. I could still see the suds in her hair as she started squeezing conditioner. This conditioner is really good. It's just going to make your hair feel so soft. Oh my God, you're going to love it. This much. Hey, you only need a little bit. You only need like a dime-sized amount. You're going to need a little bit more than that. I know what I'm doing. So you just need a little dime-sized amount. She starts raking it through. Just going over the coarseness. Just playing. Oh my God. Then she rinsed it out and she was like, can one of you guys give me a cup? I can't get her hair under the water. So we hand her like a Taco Bell cup and she starts ladling lukewarm water onto her head trying to get the suds that are never seen anything like it. So by the time she sat Bianca up in that chair, her roots were dry. The ends of her hair still wet. You could still see conditioner sitting on it, and she was like, all right, let's blow dry this thing. I said, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Then I saw Carrie pull out a round brush. She pulled out a round brush with little teeny tiny bristles, and she was like, okay, so we're gonna start at the top. She just pulled a chunk. Just like this. No sectioning, no heat protectant, just. Oh my gosh, your hair is really coarse. And the whole time Bianca just sitting there letting the shit happen. I couldn't watch. At a certain point, I couldn't watch. I went back in my room. 3 hours later, I start hearing the commotion coming from Harry. What did you do? Well, it's just that your hair is thicker than the hair I usually work on. So it's just, but I can finish it. I just can't finish it tonight because I got a date. You're not gonna let me walk out of this house like this. I can't finish it today, but if you come back tomorrow, I'll do the other. This side is straightened like to here. Still coarse. This side is just a nap. Just one big ass nap that will never come out. It's not coming out. And she talking about, I'll handle it tomorrow. I thought Bianca was going to beat her ass. I'm going home and I'm going to go find a stylist to fix what the fuck you did to my head. I'm sorry. But like, it smells so nice. Fuck how it smells. It was bad. The next day after this debacle happens, I walk in the house. Carrie on the ground crying, rolled out, laid out. I said, Carrie, what happened? You good? They kicked me out. They kicked me out. I mean, why would they do that? Because they said we're not supposed to take our supplies home, but it's mine. My daddy bought it. Why can't I take it home? Oh, so wait, so they kicked you out? Yes, because I did a little bit of Molly before class one time. And I left somebody's bleach in too long, and they said that if I messed up again, it was my last strike. When you say you left her bleach in too long, we talking like, did her hair fall out? I mean, a little bit, but like, it grows back. Like, mine grew back. Mind you, I told you, her hair was like this. She didn't have any. She's bald, and she's hurting people who have hair. It was crazy. So what now? I don't know, but my dad said if I'm not in school, I gotta come back home, and I don't want to go back home because I can't fucking stand him, and his new wife is such a fucking bitch, and I don't want to. Well, Carrie, I think it's gonna be okay. Maybe you're just not meant to do hair. If I'm not meant to do hair, then what am I meant to do? I don't know, Carrie, but maybe this is your chance to figure it out. It's my time to figure it out. This is a transition. It's a transition. Kimber! My girl! She transitioned all right. Part 3. A few days later, me and June are sitting on my bed watching YouTube videos, trying to compress after a long day of school. And then we get a knock on the door. I said, come in. But who walks in is not Carrie, but what is unmistakably Carrie's mom. Girls! Oh, girls! It's so nice to meet you. I'm Tina. Carrie's my daughter. Carrie's mom is the spitting image of Carrie. Mother Grogu. Okay, the only difference is that her hair is brown instead of bleach blonde. Come here! The same voice, the same tone, the same disregard for people's personal space. Yeah, that's her baby. Carrie has told me so much about you girls. And I'm just thankful. guess it's hard for her to make friends. The last girls who lived here, complete bitches. But you girls, oh, I know. You're not bitches. No. See, here's the thing. It's hard for Carrie to make friends, and she told me that you guys have really embraced her, embraced her quirks and her differences, and I'm really appreciative of that. I'm glad she has you. Well, yeah, we love the energy that she brings to our home that we share together. It's actually been pretty interesting living with Carrie. So, yeah. As a thank you for loving on my baby, I want to get you girls some pizza. You girls like pizza? June immediately leans in. Yes, we love pizza. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? You girls, just go ahead. You go order your pizza from wherever you want. I'll give you my card. Put in the information. We'll have a pizza night. How about that? And June comes in like, we would love some pizza. Mrs. Carrie's mom, please. Thank you. June cuts off YouTube and starts planning our pizza out, and she's ordering from the good spot, not from Domino's, because we got somebody else's money tonight. Okay, the pizza is on Carrie's mama. We love to see it. But just then Carrie burst into the room. Mama! What are you doing in here, Mom? I'm just talking to your friends, and I was thanking them for being good roommates to you because you're going through something. I'm not going through something, Mom. I got kicked out of hair school. I'm gonna be fine. I'm looking for another job. Why are you spreading my business? Why are you talking about me with them behind my back? These are my friends, Mom. Why are you doing this? Carrie, I love you. I just came here to be with you because I know that this is a difficult time. I'm just trying to love on you, baby. I'm just trying to love on you. I don't need you to love on me. I need you to leave my friends alone. They're my friends. Why are you in here? Get out, Mom. Get out. Get out. Get out. She starts pushing her mom out of our room, and her mom is pushing back. You cannot touch me, Carrie. You cannot put your hands on me, Carrie. I'm your mother. And Carrie pushes her a little bit too hard, and she slams into my dresser. Me and June are looking at each other like, Carrie and her mama are physically scrapping on my bedroom floor. It ain't but this much space, and they are knocking into the bed, knocking into the wall. They are fisticuffs, okay? Girls, help! Girls, help! I don't want to get into it. This is white people's business. This is not my business. So we just let them go. I'm not about to break their fight up. I don't know what white mother-daughter fights are like. I know what black mother-daughter fights are like. You end up unconscious in the closet. I'm not doing this shit. My hands are up. June continued to order the pizza and select toppings because we were going to get these slices tonight for free by way of Carrie's mama. If it was one thing that was going to happen, it was that. Just get out, Mom. Just get out, Mom. Get out. Fine. I try to come here and try to support you, Carrie. I don't know what to do about you anymore. I don't know what to do with you anymore. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go. You girls, you're so sweet. But I need to leave. Carrie's mama gets up and starts walking out of our room. Carrie follows right in behind her. I look at June. June said, because the card for the pizza. We still need the card for the pizza. God damn it. At that point, I'm actually feeling bad for Carrie because I don't know what is going on with this girl. After that altercation with her mom, she stayed shut in. We didn't see her for days, which was not like her because she loved to be out and about and having a good time, talking to us at least. But she was quiet. So one day, me and June are driving back from campus. We had started having a conversation about Carrie because we're concerned. Should we do something? Like, I don't know. Take her out to eat or something? I'm not taking no bitch out to eat. We can cook. We can cook. I'm not mad at that. We could cook, watch a movie. I think we just got to do something. Like, I feel so bad for her. I kind of do too. I'm just mad that her mama left before we got a chance to get that pizza though. Like, Why would she promise us pizza and then not put the card down? You know what I'm saying? We rock up to the apartment, planning to see if Carrie wants to have a little girls' night, kiki together, only to see Carrie standing at our dining room table with a black lingerie bodycon situation on. She got one leg up on a chair. The other one is bent over the dining room table. She got the laptop open in front of her. And she's attempting to do what I can only assume is a twerk. I think it's a twerk. What are you doing? Girls, you're home! Oh my gosh. Okay, so listen. I got a new job. Congratulations! What's the job, girl? You are looking at the newest bottle girl at Mojo's. I got a job! I'm a bottle girl at Mojo's! Mojo's was a titty bar just off campus. You get on the number 1 bus, it'll take you right there. It's not the type of place that you want to be. What the fuck? Not judging, but what the fuck, girl? Yeah, and I heard that the dancers make double the money. So I gotta learn how to twerk so I can become a dancer. I was gonna wait for you guys to get home because I know y'all could teach me a thing or two, but I don't know when you get home. So I just figured I'd get on YouTube and learn how to twerk. And it's harder than you think. I don't know how to twerk. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know how to do that. Because why would she just assume that I shake ass? Yes, I shake my ass. Absolutely, I do. But just because I'm black doesn't mean that I know how to twerk. June can't dance for shit. Don't make assumptions. Well, damn. That's all right. YouTube's got me. I'm going to keep practicing. I'll let you guys know how my first night goes. Listen, times get hard. You got to do what you got to do. Either that or get cut off by her dad, so I get it. Shake ass, little Carrie. Shake ass. Part 4. Well, I'm certain that on our roommate matching system, I asked to be placed somewhere where men weren't coming in and out of our apartment 24/7, and to be placed somewhere where people weren't doing drugs in the house, and to be placed somewhere where the music wasn't going all hours of the night. Yeah, I come home after a long day of working and going to school to find an unidentified nigga on the couch who's made himself at home and is blasting Detroit rap. Hello? Yeah, Keith. I came here to see Shayla. She said just make myself comfortable till she got home. Fucking Shayla. I am pissed off for so many reasons. Because number 1, why are you smoking weed in here? This is 2010. That shit not legal. I'm not going to jail for you. Huh? That's number 1. Number 2, you could do anything to us in here. You could rob us. You could do anything. And it would be nobody around to help. So why the hell are you here? And number 3, I know you didn't use my good groceries to make that sandwich on your plate, knowing good and goddamn well that I don't have a meal plan. I'm paying for every meal I eat. Who the fuck said you could make a sandwich in this bitch? Now, what I should have said is, I'm sorry, but you got to get the fuck out. Go in your car until she gets here. You can't, you're not staying in this apartment with me. And give me back the goddamn sandwich because those aren't your groceries. But as a young woman who was afraid of upsetting a black man, I don't know his temperament. I don't know shit. I said, okay. I went in my bedroom and locked the fucking door. And then I text June and I said, June, it's a nigga in the house. Get home, please. Get home quick. She said, girl, I'm on the way. Don't worry. Then I text Shayla and I said, Shayla, your friend is here and he's smoking weed and eating our groceries. Can you please not allow him to do that in the future? Thanks. I was on edge until I heard the apartment door open and I could tell that Shayla had came and retrieved her man. Because what the hell? Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Not long after that, June came home and she came straight to my room. Kimber, you good? I'm good, but like that caught me off guard. Like, who is this nigga in our house? Yes, I can assume that he belongs to one of them, but like, why couldn't you assume he belonged to me? June, please. Why couldn't it be my nigga? I'm not saying it couldn't. I'm not saying it couldn't. I'm just saying that you would have the respect to let me know somebody was coming. You right. You right, I would. But it could have been my nigga. You're right. I'm sorry. But anyway, we gotta have a house meeting or something. Because that can't happen again. That man ate my Munster cheese. I was saving that. Later that evening, I finished my homework. I go in the kitchen. It's time for me to start making my dinner. I've decided on a hamburger with a side of chips. It's gonna be delightful. I get to moving around the kitchen. Behind me, I hear Carrie's door open, and I'm just waiting for her to start screaming. But I don't hear nothing. So I turn over my shoulder just to see, ah! Who are you? In front of me, a 6'5" white man in a flannel button down and the dirtiest fucking socks I've ever seen in my life. Hey, Kimber, no, it's okay. Carrie comes walking into the kitchen. This is Jake. Jake, this is my roommate, Kimber. Meet. Hi, Jake. He's the bouncer at Mojo's. And, you know, we're gonna hang out a little bit. Right, Jake? Do you talk, Jake? Yes. Oh, okay. It's just the standing in the kitchen behind me when I'm cooking and I don't know who he is was very startling to me. My bad. I told him to go in the kitchen and rustle us up something for dinner. He was just waiting for you to get done, I guess. So he was just gonna stand behind me until I finish cooking? Sorry, Kimber, it will not happen again. Jake, wait for Kimber to get done, and then you can cook. Okay, well, I'll let you know when I'm done. Thanks, guys. It was too much testosterone in this house. Everything was going a little bit too crazy for me. It was too overwhelming. I didn't like the way it felt. I cooked my food. I went back to my room. I needed some peace. Because who are all these men? Who are all these men? The next day, I'm sitting at the dining room table, minding my business. I'm doing my homework. The front door opens. In walks Carrie. Carrie like I've never seen. She's got bags from Abercrombie and Fitch and Target and Victoria's Secret on one arm, and then she's got bags from Walmart and God knows where else on the other arm, and atop her head is the craziest fucking wig I've ever seen in my life. Oh, Kimber, I'm so glad you're home. Because, let me put these bags down. I wanted you to see my new hair. What do you think? This black, clearly flammable wig down past the crack of her ass with the most hideous bang that just came down and covered both her eyes. And she was just happy as could be. It's different. I was going for that because really all of the girls at Mojo's, they have a look, you know, and I thought that this could be mine, like dark and sultry and like, you know, you don't see me coming, but then like, aha, I'm here, you know? Yeah, it kind of gives that. So, where'd you get all this stuff from? I thought you were kind of trying to watch your spending with everything. Pocket watching is a nasty habit, but if you must know, Jake got it for me. Now, I'm sorry, but Jake didn't strike me as the type of man who could ball out. So, I had to ask. That was really generous of him. What does he do outside of, you know, working at Mojo? He just works at Mojo's, that's it. That's crazy that he could afford to buy you all this stuff. That's really nice of him. Girl, no, he didn't get it. Well, technically his dad did. I helped him get a credit card for his dad. You helped him get a credit card for his dad. So he took out a credit card in his dad's name, and then you went to the store and had a shopping spree? You say it like that, it sounds terrible, but I mean, I guess, like, you know, listen, they both need to build their credit, so that's how you do it. You buy things on credit. And I get a beautiful new wig. Carrie, come on, you did not convince that man to take a credit card out so you could go shopping. I mean, it didn't really take much convincing, but I helped him make a smart financial decision. I'm like the best financial decision. It's fine. Gibber, again, no pocket watching. Just be happy for me. I look good. I look fucking good, don't I? Carrie turned it into the titty bar swindler. Part 5. Michigan winter ain't nothing to fuck with, okay? We were spending a lot of time at home, but when we realized winter formal was coming up, me and June decided to brave the cold. We put on our finest Charlotte Russe floor-length spandex dresses, our open-toed heels, no coats because hoes don't get cold, and prepared for our night out. We're putting our makeup on, we're doing our hair, we're getting cute, we're having a time. And suddenly we hear the patio door open. Why the fuck, huh? It's Carrie climbing over the goddamn balcony. And lately, she had been taking and not wearing the wig, just the bang of the wig. And she looked absolutely nuts coming into our house. But why was she climbing over the balcony? Why are you climbing over the balcony, Carrie? Girls, oh my God, did not mean to scare you. Lost my key. And so I've just been leaving the patio door open so I can just climb right over the balcony. Sorry. I'm gonna get another key, but I don't get paid till next week. So I'm just gonna do this for another week or so, and then I'll get a key and it'll be. Carrie, you can't just leave the balcony door open. You live with 3 other people. Anybody could come in here, and if they come up in here and take my shit, I'm gonna be pissed, Carrie. I'm gonna be pissed. No problem. I will talk to Jake and see if he can give me the money for the key. Sound good? Yeah, just as soon as you can. She went to her room and closed the door. We prepared to go out for the night. Me and June linked up with our friends and we headed over to the venue. All of us were super excited and the energy was high because this is our last formal before we all graduated. And even though we were genuinely freezing our nipples off, we were there to have a good time. And so we did. Until 3 members of a fraternity who shall not be named, who may or may not have at different points throughout my college career licked my nipples, surrounded me and started to stroll as if to let me know that they knew they'd had some secret nigga meeting to inform each other that they had each at different times throughout my college career licked my nipples, and I was supposed to be embarrassed about this. I was, but fuck it. You know, you live and you learn. At the time I had a boyfriend, okay? He was the only one licking my nipples at that point, so it's fine. That's growing up, okay? Sometimes you let a dusty put their face in your titties. Sometimes you do. I'm not embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm still embarrassed to this day. I shouldn't even be talking about this on the internet, yet here we are. But it's fine. When it's all said and done, we head home. I'm embarrassed. My friends will not let it go. They keep strolling and shimmying and strolling and shimmying around me because they think that shit's funny. It's not funny. It wakes me up in the middle of the night. Every 3 months, I wake up and see this in my mind. Horror. Terror. I just wanted to get home. I just wanted to get into my bed. I just wanted to go to sleep, and I wanted to wash off the embarrassment of having those 3 motherfuckers humiliate me at my last formal of my college career, those bitches. But as I walked in the door to the apartment, both me and June noticed that something was off. June, something is weird. What's weird? You're right. Something is weird. It don't feel right in here. It don't feel right. Listen, I have had a very crazy and long day. I need to go rest my soul. I also need to go wash my chest. I will see you later. Have a good night. So I go into my room. I close the door. I turn on the shower. And just as the steam starts to hit me, I hear, oh my fucking God. What? I go back out into the living room. I see June pacing back and forth. Oh, fuck no. Hell no. Are you fucking... What, June? What? The TV, Kimber. The fucking TV's gone. I look at the console where the TV is supposed to be, and the TV is not there. June walks over to the balcony door, pulls on the handle, and of course, it opens because that bitch is not locked. It's fucking Carrie. She never locked the patio door. Oh my God, you think somebody came in here and stole the TV? Yeah, I think somebody came in here and stole the goddamn TV. Carrie, wake the fuck up. Okay, June, just let's... No, not just June, nothing. Because that's my TV. We've had a deal. When we move out, I get the TV. Now the TV gone, I want my fucking TV. Carrie. Carrie emerges from her bedroom, rubbing her eyes. We can tell she's been asleep. She's got that weird bang on still. And Jake is right behind her. You guys, what's all the screaming? What's going on? Somebody stole our fucking TV, Carrie, because you left the damn patio door open. No, I locked it. I promise. After you guys told me, I locked it. I did, I swear. Where did our TV go then, Carrie? Did it just get up and walk out the house? Yeah, Carrie, nobody can just walk in and take our TV. It was probably somebody who got in through the patio door. You left it open. You guys, I swear, I locked it. I did. At this point, I don't give a fuck. I just know that by tomorrow, there better be another TV on that console. Is that clear? Yeah. Jake and I will go get you another TV. It's fine. We'll go get another one, right, Jake? I'm feeling conflicted. On one hand, yes, this is Carrie's fault. And June deserves her TV. But on the other hand, I don't want Jake's daddy to pay for it. I don't give a damn who pays for it. I just know it better be there tomorrow. Carrie and Jake go back in their room. Me and June go to our rooms. And like clockwork, the next day, when we wake up, there's a TV sitting there with a bow on it and a card apologizing. Part 6. Trigger warning. Part 6 of the College Roommates from Hell saga does contain discussion of miscarriages. If that is upsetting to you or hard for you to listen to, I suggest you scroll now and get a friend to tell you what happens in this part of the story. But without further ado, here is part 6. It's a motherfucking snow day. Hell yeah. One thing about Michigan, they don't cancel school for nothing. They don't cancel work for nothing. But when the snow gets bad enough, oh, they'll shut that shit down. And we got lucky. That winter, we had our first snow day. The first snow day I'd ever had at that college in 4 years. And it was mine. It was mine to enjoy. Mine to relish. I had to make the most of this day. I had a plan. I went to the kitchen. I started whipping up pancakes, okay? Perfectly golden brown pancakes on the side. 2 scrambled eggs on the other side. 2 pieces of bacon. Put it on a plate. Got me a little glass of orange juice. Take it back to my room. I put on Harry Potter. The first one. Sorcerer's Stone. I'm about to have a Harry Potter pancake morning, okay? I'm going to spend the afternoon doing homework. I'm going to rest. I'm going to rest my soul because I don't have to leave this house. It's going to be beautiful. I sit on my bed, and just as I pick up my fork, I hear a knock at the door. What the fuck do Carrie want? What the fuck do Carrie want? Don't ruin my day. Now, here's the thing about it. Ever since the TV theft, Carrie had not been messing with anybody, had not been talking to anybody. Her and Jake had stayed in a room. I barely saw them. So what does she want from me now? Come in. I'm expecting to see Carrie walk through that door, but in walks Shayla. I haven't seen Shayla in literal months, okay? Maybe the back of her head. Maybe her ass as she walks into her bedroom, but I haven't seen her in so long. Today she's standing in front of me, same Nicki Minaj blunt cut bang, but she looks concerned. So I say, hey, Shayla, what's up? Hey, Kimber, so listen, I was hoping you could do me a favor. She never talked to me, and now she want a favor. What's up, Shayla? What you need? I'm not sure, but I think I'm having a miscarriage right now. Oh, Oh my God. Okay. Okay. What do we do? Do we call 911? No, but I do need to go to the doctor. I don't have any gas in my car right now. Do you think you could take me? I mean, yeah. Sure. Yes, yes. Let me just put on some clothes and we can go. I put down my plate of unfinished breakfast on my side table and I start getting ready. She goes in her room to get ready too. I walk out to my car only to find that it is buried in snow. Okay, I drive a 98 Ford Escort with bald tires. Ain't no way I'm getting out this bitch. I'm gonna have to dig. I'm gonna have to dig my way out so I can get her to the hospital. I haul ass to the leasing office, and when I walk inside, I see that same blonde lady that meshes into this crazy ass apartment. I say, "Excuse me, my friend is in trouble and I need to take her to the hospital. Can I please borrow a shovel?" Trouble? What kind of trouble? Um, Trouble. I need to get her to the doctor. Can we please just get a shovel? You could rent one. Do you have an ID? No, I did not bring my ID with me. Can I just borrow one? I need to dig my car out of the snow so I can get her to the doctor, please. I mean, if it's an emergency, don't you think you should call an ambulance? 911? I just need a shovel. Please. Please. Go get your ID. I'll let you rent the shovel. I go back to my room, grab my ID, and come back to the leasing office and rent the fucking shovel. What a bitch. But then there's the matter of digging my car out of the snow. I have on this big puffer coat because it's Michigan winter, and I'm digging and I'm digging and I'm digging and I'm sweating. I'm sweating fucking buckets. Then Shayla comes out. Hey girl, how's it looking? I almost have the back tires out. And then we'll do the front tires, and then we'll be out. Just need like I'm going as fast as I can. Where the fuck are the men at? Where are the men? Somebody else should be helping me do this. But I digress. This is not her burden. I've agreed to support. I want to get this girl to the doctor. I gotta dig this car out. After about 20 minutes, I hop in the front seat, I back up, and I'm finally able to get the car out of the snow. I text Shayla, I said, come on. She comes outside, we get in the car, we ride in silence to the nearest hospital. It's about 10 minutes away. I walk her inside and she checks in. I sit down in the sterile white waiting room, waiting for us to see a doctor. She gets the paperwork and comes to sit next to me. You all right? Yeah. We sit and we wait. She doesn't talk to me, I don't talk to her. I just hold space. Scroll through my phone. They finally come out. Shayla, I can see you now. Do you want me to come with you? Yeah, please. I get up and I follow her into the doctor's office. They do their checks on her and I sit in a little chair off to the side, just watching and waiting. Aside from one time when my dad passed out after arguing with my mama, I've never even been in a hospital. So it's really scary to be here. I feel so bad for Shayla because I never really took the time to get to know her. I never really knew what she was going through. And now this very crazy situation had brought us together on a snow day of all times. But I would guess I was just happy that I could be there to help. Well, Shayla, it's as you expected. You are having an active miscarriage. I'm so sorry. It's okay. I'd like to keep you here and just observe you for a few more hours so you can go ahead and get comfortable. Do you have a parent or somebody else that you'd like to call to come be with you? Yeah, my mom's on the way. She's driving up from Detroit. Wonderful. Well, I will be back in just a moment. She puts a hand on Shayla's shoulder and leaves the room. I don't really know what to say. So I just say, Shayla, I'm so sorry. I can feel tears welling up in my eyes because I've never been in this situation before and I don't really know how to help her through it. But I can't imagine how difficult this loss is for her. I walk up and I hug her as tightly as I can just to let her know that I'm there with her. I release her from the embrace. She looks at me and she says, Kimber, I've been smoking so much weed and drinking so much trying to get rid of this baby. I'm fine. So don't be sad. I went home. Her mama was coming, so I went home. Part 7. After the incident, Shayla completely changed. She was spending more time out of her room. She went to hang out with us. I couldn't get over the experience that we had. I never been through anything like that. No, I wasn't judging her because I'm totally pro-choice. I just felt like that was a hell of a choice. You know what I mean? A hell of a choice. One day, me and June were sitting in the living room. We're watching TV. And Shayla comes out to join us, which was super surprising because, of course, that just was not her use. We start catching up about our weeks, getting excited about the end of the school year, the end of our college careers. What's your plan for after graduation? Oh, I'm not graduating. I got one more year. I thought you were in our class. I was supposed to graduate with y'all, but, some shit got fucked up at my last school. To tell you the truth, I was up at school acting a fucking fool, beating bitches' ass because they kept fucking with me. I got arrested twice and the judge let me off. I talked with my mama. She felt like it would be better if I go somewhere where I'm not around the same people. So I came here and said, honestly, that's why I stay in my room most of the time, because I'm just like, I don't want to be in nothing with nobody. If I stay away from people, then I can't get into any bullshit. So you telling me, and all of this roommate matching hullabaloo, we've gotten linked up with a white girl on Molly with mommy and daddy issues, who's a beauty school dropout and now works at a strip club with a boyfriend who may or may not be on the spectrum. And we got linked up with a girl on her third strike who aborts children using weed and alcohol and has niggas running through our house all the time. I don't understand how we got here. Not trying to judge, just observing the situation and realizing that none of these things were listed on my roommate matching form. How did we get here is the question. But I digress. Damn, Shayla, that's crazy. Yeah, I'm just trying to finish school. That's it. I'm just trying to finish school, get done with this, and move on with my life. At least she was trying to turn her shit around, okay? That's a win. A win is a win. And I was looking for my win. I wanted to do something special for myself to celebrate the end of an era. I wanted to go to a Lupe Fiasco concert. Kick Push, first song I ever downloaded on LimeWire, first virus I ever got on my computer. Thank you, Lupe Fiasco. I love you. Yes, but the tickets was like $200 a piece because we wanted the good seats. So I thought to myself, well, damn, I do have this credit card. I got it on my first day of school, same day I got my debit card and opened my bank account. But I've never used it. I go to the computer, I pull up our tickets, we get fantastic seats. I'm talking 100 level. I go and I put in my card information. I hit checkout. Bitch, declined. Declined. Wait a minute. This shouldn't be declined. How can it be declined when it's never been used? I check all the information. I run it again. Declined. I go to my bank website, okay? I gotta look at my account. I go to the credit card statement. It's a $60 charge on here. $60. I've never used this card. Where is the $60 coming from? The gas station, Sunoco. So I called my bank. I said, hello, bank teller. I have a credit card with you guys. I've never used it, but somehow there's a $60 charge on here. I've been hacked. Let me just take a look. What's your account information? So I give her the details. She's tapping away. She said, oh, yes, I do. I see you have a $60 charge at a Sunoco gas station. Yes, I know that. So, can you reverse it? Because I did not make that charge. She's tapping. She comes back and says, so listen, it's like the card was physically swiped. Have you ever had this card out of your possession? No, I have never had this card out of my possession. It literally stays in my wallet 24/7. I'm going to go ahead and look into this a little bit deeper for you. Is it okay if we give you a call back with our findings? Yeah, that's fine. I leave my bedroom and walk across the living room to go to June's room to let her know that, in fact, we do not have Lupe Fiasco tickets because my card was declined because it is delinquent. And I see Shayla in the kitchen. Kimber, what's going on? You all right? No, I am not all right. I was trying to buy Lupe Fiasco tickets. I go to swipe my card. The card is declined. There's a charge on there for $60 for some gas that I know I did not swipe for. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I've been hearing about so many hacks. At the pump, you can just type in your card number using a little keypad. They could have done that. Somebody could have written the numbers down on your card and just used it at the pump. You can do that? Girl, yeah, I work at a gas station. Oh my God. Well, anyway, my card is locked now, so I can't use it until we figure this shit out. About 30 minutes later, I get a call back from the bank. So, hi, Kimber. Yeah, so listen, we did go ahead and look into that charge. It turns out that it was swiped with the physical card, and it was swiped within a 1 mile radius of your home. We're not going to be able to go ahead and reverse that. The fuck? What are my options? Well, there's nothing that we can do on our end. But if you are certain that you did not make this charge, the one thing we can do is have you go ahead, file a police report, send that back over to us, and we can start an affidavit. But if there's nothing else I can help you with today, just thank you for using the credit union. Criminal activities. I did not want to go through the process of filing a police report. I'd never filed a police report. We don't fuck with the police. I was from Detroit. And there was no way that I was going to use my good $60 to pay back that gas charge. I had to get to the bottom of this. So I called the college police. Me and June were sitting at the kitchen table an hour later when the police arrived. I looked through the peephole to find that we have a black lady officer. Black lady officer. Black lady officer. I was so excited. Here's the thing about it. I don't like the police, but a black lady officer is a sight. Hello, ladies. I'm Officer Murray. I heard a little bit about the issue, but you want to go ahead and tell me what happened? Officer Murray, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. I'm a graduating college senior. I wanted to do something nice for myself. I wanted to buy me and my friend here tickets to go see Lupe Fiasco. Girl, I love Lupe Fiasco. Kick push. You feel me? I understand. Continue. We were trying to buy Lupe Fiasco tickets. It declined. Oh no. Girl. Yeah. Sorry. Officer. Yes. Declined. Of course, I called my bank. I said, what's going on? I find out $60 charge for gas. Okay. Try to get them to reverse the charge. Guess what they tell me? What? We can't reverse this charge because it was manually swiped. Within a mile radius of your home. So apparently somebody took my card, swiped it, got $60 worth of gas, and put the bitch back in my wallet. Sorry for cursing. It's all right. I can tell you're upset. So they said the only way that they could start to reverse that charge is if I file a police report and get to the bottom of who swiped my card. Well, I'm happy to help you. But I gotta say, 9 times out of 10, when somebody's card gets swiped, it's somebody in the home. Her, maybe? She looks at June. I didn't swipe shit. Okay, I'm not a thief. June would not have done that. No. Not June. Not anybody, really. Like, I can't imagine any of the girls in here actually stealing from us. Hold on. Because my TV got stolen right off the console, okay? So you think it was somebody here. 9 times out of 10. Okay, so what can we do? Oh, here's what we're going to do. Let me know the location, the time and date of the transaction. I'll go up to the gas station. I'll review the footage. We'll get to the bottom of this today. Thank you, Officer Murray. I got you. Officer Murray, lady officer. It's a black lady officer. Just handling business. But 20 minutes later, we got the call from the officer. Hey, Kimber, yeah, I'm up at the Sunoco. We got the footage. I'm going to describe to you what I'm seeing on camera. You let me know if this is someone you recognize. Part 8. Okay, officer, go ahead. I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Okay, does one of your roommates have bangs? Yeah, they both have bangs. Okay, what about dark hair? They both have dark hair. Okay, well, is one of them a thick black woman driving a Chevy Impala? That sound right? That ring a bell? Yeah, that's Shayla. That's Shayla. 9 times out of 10. Okay. So, what now? We gotta file that police report, girl. We got to get this girl under the jail. I gotta think about this. I gotta get back to you. Let me give you a call back. Okay, show money. Okay. Thank you, officer. Fucking Shayla. After everything we've been through, how could she do this to me? I dug my car out the snow to take her to the hospital during her self-induced miscarriage. I never ate my pancakes. They went cold. You can't reheat a fucking pancake. You ever reheated a pancake? You can't do it. On top of everything else, she was on her second strike. So that meant if I filed these charges against her, that was going to be her third. I didn't want to be responsible for sending a black girl trying to turn her life around to prison. But she did still. I didn't know what to do. So it was almost time for me to go to work, and I decided to consult with Ainsley, my white manager. Kimber, she's a ruffian. She's a ruffian. She needs to go to jail. She's not a ruffian per se. Like, I really haven't had too many crazy moments out of her, but I just can't imagine why she would steal from me. Like, it's nuts. Those people cannot be helped. You gotta nip it in the bud, okay? The only way they can be rehabilitated is through the prison system. Ainsley, what do you mean by those people? But I just meant, bad people. People who are bad. Okay, well, I gotta think about this. She's trying to turn her life around. And I want to give her a chance to do that. But I can't live with her. I can't live with someone who would steal from me, I call the police. That's what I do. I call the police. You want to mess with me? I call the police. You want to TP my house? I call the police. I don't give a damn. Thanks for the advice. Do the right thing, Kimber. Do the right thing. Note to self. Don't consult with white people on black people issues. After work, I went back home. I decided to hit June up. She would clearly be pissed that this girl was stealing, but she would also understand the other side. Okay, so what do you think, June? What do we do? I ain't living with no goddamn thief. That bitch gotta go. That bitch gotta go. That bitch gotta go. And first and foremost, how do we know she didn't steal the TV? You think she stole the TV too? At this point, can we rule it out? I don't think we can rule it out, Kimber. I don't think we can rule it out. And that's why we can't live with her, because we don't know. Because we don't know. I mean, you're not wrong. She could have. We're going to confront her ass. We're going to find out where the fuck she stole your $60. Okay. We're going to confront her. Together, right? Please, because she scares me a little bit. I'm not even going to hold you. Just, can we... Oh, yeah. I'm seeing this shit the whole way the fuck through. Oh, girl. Me and June sat in my room, and we waited for Shayla to come home. When we finally heard the door open, Shayla, come to Kimber room. We need to talk right now. Yeah, Shayla, can we talk, please? Shayla walked in. She still had on her Sunoco uniform. Ain't that about a bitch? Kimber, go ahead. So listen, we got to talk about my credit card. Were they able to reverse those charges? No, Shayla, they were not able to reverse the charges. I'm going to ask, but I already know the answer, so please don't lie. Yeah, don't lie. Don't lie. I'm going to ask, and just please tell us the truth. Did you take my card? Yeah, I took it. That smug look on her face made me sick to my stomach. How can she act this way after everything? I just wanted to know. Shayla, why? If you needed money, you know you could have talked to me about it. Why did you steal from me? You shouldn't leave your purse laying around. Your wallet was literally sitting right there on the kitchen table. I took the card. I gassed up my car. I brought it back. You never even knew. And you never even noticed. So I don't see what the big deal is. It's $60. You don't see what the big deal is? You don't see what the big deal is? I've been in your corner. I've been helping you out. I've been trying to be a friend to you, and you do this? Why? Why? I needed to see my nigga. He lives in Detroit. I didn't have gas. Bitch, how the fuck you work at a gas station and never got gas? They don't have discounts? You calling a bitch? Hey. We're not gonna do that. Please. Listen. Shayla, that's it. Like, you can't be a thief stealing from us and live here. You can't. You just can't. So you gotta go. The police gave me the option today to file a police report against you, which will be your third strike. But I didn't want to do that because I didn't want to be responsible for putting you back into some legal shit. But you cannot live here. Right? Well, I need some time to move out. No, you don't have time to move out. We're going to go talk to the leasing office. We're going to let them know what happened. And you need to be out within the week. Whatever, school year almost over anyway. Okay. Well, I got a question. Did you steal our TV? No. Carrie left the door open. Shayla left the room. And a week after that, she left the apartment. But not before giving me my $60 plus interest because a bitch's account was delinquent. Carrie stayed in that apartment. Even after me and June moved out. To this day, I still have love in my heart for all of them. But I have never had a roommate again.
College roommate horror story part 1. So I go to KSU, and my freshman year of college, I moved to Bixby. Now, I moved there with my best friend, and then we got some random roommate choices in a 5x5. I don't know what told me 5 girls could live together in harmony, but, So one of the girls, let's just call her Lily. This story's about you. So when we first all moved in, we decided to have a game night to get to know each other and stuff, right? Instead of playing games, she trauma dumped for 2 hours. And then after she finished trauma dumping, she left. She didn't touch not one Uno card. Fast forward to the next day, me and my other roommates, we decided to go to some of the freshman events on campus. We living it up, so we're having fun, and then we come back home. And when we come back home, there is fruit everywhere. There's fruit on the counters, there's fruit scraps on the floor. The entire house looks like Jamba Juice threw up in it. There's 3 dudes sitting at the counter, and she's making smoothies. Even then, I was just kind of like, okay, as long as she cleaned it up. She ain't know how to clean. I'm talking about everything's sticky, everything's nasty. But whatever, we still living this life, whatever. Until the next day, she buys groceries, and not just regular groceries. I mean, I would have thought she bought groceries for all 5 of us. She bought so many groceries, she filled up the entire fridge, and mind you, nobody has gone grocery shopping yet. The freezer is filled up, and she also took up 3 of the 5 pantry shelves. You know, because there's 5 girls, she took up 3 of them. Just by herself. But at this point, I'm just like, maybe some people were raised different, whatever. So, me and 2 of my other roommates, we're just going to call them Samantha and Jay, which was my best friend that I moved in with. We became close really, really fast. We was buddy, match made in heaven, right? We like to do our homework in the kitchen at night. We get a text from her inside of the roommate group chat, and she's kind of like, oh, can you guys quiet it down, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, okay, yeah, we'll be a little bit quiet. So we're still doing our work, and we go to sleep at 12, 1. It's cool. The next morning, I wake up and I go to the kitchen, and there are sticky notes in a whiteboard on the fridge. The sticky note said proposed quiet hours on it. And it was like 11 p.m. to 10 a.m. And I was like... And next to it was the whiteboard that had a proposed cleaning schedule. And I'm sitting here I know you're not complaining about the state of the kitchen when it's still sticky because of you. Mind you, on top of all this, she's still buying more groceries. The fridge is completely full. Nobody can put their groceries in there. And she had a mini fridge inside of her room. Keep that in mind. She had a mini fridge inside of her room. That's going to be very important to the rest of the story. Now, Samantha has been really nice to Lily. Lily cut her finger, and she brought her to urgent care and everything. Lily's was a better woman than me, let's say. So one day, Lily ordered more groceries to the house. And she wasn't home to even take the groceries upstairs. So she had asked Samantha to get the groceries from downstairs and bring them up to the house. Mind you, she told Samantha, it's only some water. It wasn't just some water. Shawty got 2 cases of water and at least 5 to 6 bags of groceries. Ma'am, what do you need all these groceries for? What you need it for? So after Samantha brought all the groceries upstairs, Lily had told Samantha, like, oh, you can have some ice cream. I got some ice cream, you can have some because you did me a favor and blah, blah, blah. And she was like, okay, bet. So later that night, we're having a really big game night, okay? Lily is there with her boyfriend, and we're watching movies, blah, 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 and we're all having a good time, you know what I'm saying? There's no bad tension, whatever. Halfway through the game night, Lily and her boyfriend leave. Sometime after they leave, Samantha's kind of like, I kind of want that ice cream, you know, that she said I could have. So Samantha goes into the freezer and is trying to find the ice cream that Lily had bought. And she couldn't find it, so she texts Lily and she's like, hey, where's the ice cream you said I could have? I don't see it. And she was like, oh, it must be in my mini fridge in my room. And she's like, okay, bet. So Samantha goes inside of her room to find the ice cream inside of the mini fridge, right? And she still can't find the ice cream inside of the mini fridge. So she's like, damn, her bitch ass probably hid it. Yeah. So she walks out her room, we go back to the game night like usual, and fast forward to the next day, I'm walking to class, and then I get an email. Bixby emailed me. And the minute I get this email, the roommate group chat is blowing up. They're like, did you get this email? Did you get this email? I'm like, yeah. I read the email, and it says, there's been an incident in your apartment. It's an incident? What incident? And mind you, while I'm reading this, the only person who's not responding in the roommate group chat is Lily. So I'm thinking, goddamn, something happened to Lily. I'm blowing up Lily's phone. I'm blowing her up. I'm talking about, are you okay? Are you good? What happened? I'm thinking this girl died. Lily not responding to me, so I go to class and I'm just like, damn, she died. While I'm in class, she texts me back and she's like, oh no, I'm okay. But then she texts the roommate group chat and she's like, management will explain. At that moment, we immediately made a separate chat and we was like, what the fuck she talking about? What do you mean management will explain? What you talking about? Apparently this girl had cameras with sound in her room in the hallways. She had told management that Samantha went into her room, was searching all throughout her stuff, and then called her a bitch. Oh. And in the email, it said we had to have a meeting with management. And she wanted to move out. When I tell you from that day, mind you, it's only been a week so far. But mind you, every time she walked into that apartment, I'm talking about straight daggers on her. Like, girl, how you gonna tell me to go into your room and then you snitch on me? Is this a setup? You set us up? So yeah, she ended up packing up to move out and she stole a bunch of my utensils, my roommate's utensils. She just stole a bunch of shit. And she left. And she took all her groceries with her. Thank God. But yeah, let me know if y'all want another one. I got about 3 more of these since I've lived in Bixby for about 1.5 years. So, you know, we've been through about like 3-4 different roommates. Yo, we may be the problem. I'm not sure though. But yeah. Okay, y'all, I'm back with part 2 of my crazy horror roommate story at Bixby. If y'all didn't see the first one, go watch it. It's pinned on the top of my profile. Otherwise, this isn't gonna make sense. This part 2 is mostly just stuff I forgot to add in the first one because once I posted that one, I just remembered more and more stuff that she did that was like even more crazy. So yeah. So one thing she told us that we couldn't do was eat in our rooms. Right, eat in the rooms we pay $1,000 a month for. She talking about we can't eat in the room, everybody gotta eat in the kitchen. Who? So I never looked at somebody more crazy because I feel like that's such an unnecessary thing to say. I love everything you could have said. That's crazy. That's crazy. Second of all, she was trying to put a limit on our electricity use. Here at Bixby, yes, you do have to pay for your own electricity, but the way she broke it down, she was like, this is how much each knot of electricity is worth. So don't use electricity like that. I was like, bro, if you was gonna be this stingy on this type of stuff, why did you get roommates? My Twinkie, you could live by yourself. You could live by yourself. Third of all, I had somebody from my last video comment on this video, the girl who lives with her now, and she was also telling me horror stories from her living with her as well. And I was like, man, she traumatizing everybody because when she moved into our apartment, she was telling us shit stories about her former roommates as well, saying that she did this, she did that. Well, she went and told her new roommates that we was the one shitting on her. And guys, we didn't just let her do all those crazy things. We had a roommate meeting about the fridge space and the cabinet space because she took up 4 of the 5 cabinets that was in the apartment. She took up 4 of them. Like, you would have thought she was moving into her own house, man. So we had a roommate meeting about it. And we're like, so there's 5 shelves in the freaking fridge. This is your shelf. I don't know where you finna put all the food you put on the 4 other shelves, but you gotta figure that out. And then with the cleaning schedule, we was telling her, I was like, I understand you want this cleaning schedule, but I also want you to understand you have been the only person to cook in this house. If the kitchen looks a mess, that's because of you. It's been 3 days. That's because of you. That's because of you. Nobody else has touched an appliance, has touched a produce, has touched a cutting board, has touched a knife. That is because of you. After we had the meeting, I thought we was cool. That's why we had the game night, bro. But like after all of that stuff happened with the game night, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch my video that's on my page. It explains everything. That wasn't it, guys. That wasn't it. when she was packing to move out, guess what? Guess what she did to Samantha? While Samantha was chilling in her bedroom one morning, Lily's mom came into our apartment, knocked on Samantha's door, but just came in anyway, and started pressing Samantha about why you went to my daughter's room, why you call my daughter a bitch, why would you do that while she's standing in Samantha's room? So you're doing the same exact thing, first of all. But it's kind of crazy. And then on top of all that, Samantha just stayed behind her like this. Like, baby, if you don't stand up for your like, you have to go call your mom while you did that. Like, come on, bro. Are you dead ass? Are you? Okay. And then on top of all of this, she worked as a parking attendant on campus. So her literal job was to give you parking tickets. Bro, how can you trust somebody like that, bro? And I was dead trying to joke with her one day, and I was like, oh, so if you see my car on campus, I'm good, right? You got me, right? And she was there like, no, my job doesn't allow me to do that. If I do that, then I'm not following directions, and this, that, and the third. And I was like, I know you're not saying all that for $10 an hour. Not that on campus job, I know you're not doing that. Talking about she gotta stay vigilant at all times. It's very important that she upholds the code of honor. I was like, so you're an employed snitch? I don't know. Anyway. But yo, Lily was dead delusional, bruh. Like, when the whole thing went down, and when she was like, management will explain, I mean, stuff started going off in the group chat, and Samantha and Lily were arguing to a T. Like, they were going at it. Lily texted a whole big paragraph, and she was like, I can't believe you went through my room, and I can't believe you called me a bitch, and I can't believe you did this, and I can't believe you... I was like, girl, wait, so that's not how that happened. That's not how that happened. But Samantha didn't care. Samantha went off as well. Samantha started saying, this is why you had no friends, this is why your other roommates hated you, this is why nobody wanted to be with you. I was like, yo, guys. But like, damn, at this point, like, you done hit a nerve. But yeah, that's pretty much it now. That's it for the Lily story. We got a new story coming up though. Our next roommate after Lily, she ended up getting evicted. She almost fought all of us. We almost all just died. It was, yeah, Bixby, I ain't gonna lie. This is a warning not to live at Bixby. I'm not gonna hold you. Don't be tricked, y'all. Don't be tricked. Go somewhere else. But yeah, that's it, y'all.
Who the hell did I move in with? Story time of surviving the White House. Now, when I say surviving the White House in college, I decided that it would be a smart idea to move into a house where I was the only black girl. I moved in with 4 white girls and 1 Indian man. And I know what you're thinking, why would you do this to yourself? But honestly, I never thought anything of it because I grew up in a suburban town. I have a lot of white friends. I had a white boyfriend before. Like, I do not have any problem with white people, but I didn't know that the white people that I grew up in the town that were really good people would be totally different from white people when I was in college. Living with these people was so traumatic that I literally had to start going to therapy. Had a mental breakdown, had to end up moving out of the house. I had to file a police report, and they turned off the gas and electricity on me while I was still living there. Now let me backtrack. I started living in this house because I was friends, or so I would say, with this girl named C. I'm not going to use their full names because I don't need any of them trying to come for me. I'll call her Cece. So Cece had hit me up on Instagram when I first started going to the school. I think she saw my Instagram and she tried to recruit me to her sorority. Now, if you guys know anything about me, I'm not the type of girl to be in a sorority because I don't do well with people trying to tell me what to do, and that whole rushing process, it just doesn't work for me. No offense to people who like to do that, that's for you guys, but I was in school to get my education and do what I had to do, so I did not want to join a sorority. Anyway, unknowing to me at the time, the sorority that Cece was in wasn't a real sorority because they had gotten kicked off of campus for doing illegal stuff. One of them being pretending to have a fundraiser for a charity, but then just pocketing the money and using that money for themselves, whether that be alcohol, drugs, etc. Anyway, after COVID had happened, I couldn't afford living on campus anymore, so it was more cost effective for me to move into a house with other people. The reason why is because the monthly rent would have been easier for me to pay, so Cece had told me that there was a house with a couple of people that were moving there and offered for me to move in. Of course, I had no money, I wanted to live off campus, and I still wanted to be able to go to school, so I agreed. So at the time, Cece was the only white girl I had known at the time, and then she told me there would be 1 Indian boy living there, I would call him A, and there were 3 other white girls who lived on the basement floor of our house. Anyway, I had not known at the time that these girls were all in the same fake sorority together, so things started going downhill when I would try to be studying for school and they would be throwing loud parties and being up in the middle of the night while I needed to go to sleep. I ended up getting close with one of the girls that lived there. I'm gonna call her Sandy for the sake of the story. Sandy lived downstairs and me and her became friends, or so I thought. What I didn't know at the time is that when Sandy moved into the house, Sandy did not have a car, so she was using me to get rides to and from school. The problem is, Sandy and the boy A started making out behind my back, and I did not know that they had sexual relations. This became messy because that Indian boy I told you about was actually dating a girl who I would say friends with / acquaintances. Her name was Dee Dee. Well, Sandy and A had a relationship and they were making out while A was cheating on Dee Dee. Eventually, I ended up finding out about this and it put me in a really bad position because at that time, me and Sandy were basically like best friends and I was also cool with Dee Dee. So I told A he had to figure that out and I didn't want to be in the middle of it. There were also 2 other white girls who were living downstairs who were also very problematic and ended up making my life a living hell. Sandy was very psychiatrically ill, she had a lot of issues, and she would burn in all of the housemates with it. It got to the point that anytime Sandy had a disagreement with anybody in the house, specifically me, because I would be paying the bill, the Wi-Fi bills, which nobody wanted to send me the money for, Sandy would threaten to want to unalive herself and want to unalive herself in front of all of us. So that became an issue. Then we have Mandy. She was a very insecure white girl, and Mandy would say a lot of mean things to me and tell me things like, oh, I think I'm better than her. She had threatened to slash one of my tires before. She was just very crazy girl. Now, Mandy was dating a boy who would cheat on her, and that boy would come over to the house a lot. And while I would be sleeping, my bedroom was across the hall from the bathroom, so I could hear everything that was happening. She would invite her boyfriend over to come all the time, and they would be getting in full-blown arguments right in front of my bedroom door. And I would ask them kindly to stop because at this time, not only was I a health science major, I was also pre-nursing and I was trying to get into nursing school. Now, all the people in the house would throw big lavish parties, which most of the time they wouldn't let me know about. And the problem too is that while they were throwing these parties, their friends or the people that were in either the fraternities or the sororities that they associated with would lock me out of my bedroom and do cocaine in my bedroom. There was one time they were throwing a party and I literally had to knock on the door so hard and nobody wanted to open it. Finally, they opened the door and they were like, why are you knocking like that? I saw people doing lines of coke in my bedroom. And I'm trying to skip through a lot of these parts because I was living in that house for 2 years and I don't want to do 2 parts to the story. But Cece, the girl that was living upstairs that I used to be friends with, she started dating this boy called Mitri. Now, Mitri comes from some type of money, but he was a white boy who lived in and I think dropped out of college, but she and Mitri started dating. The worst part of Mitri is that he was basically very racist. And when I say very racist, he would say the N-word multiple times, call me the N-word, try to say the N-word in front of me and try to get a reaction out of me. This was also around the time that Trump was becoming popular and that whole thing was going on with the election. So they would say a lot of racist things, talk about how they're voting for Trump, say the N-word, and they would still try to get a reaction out of me. But one thing you guys will know about me, if you don't know yet, is I'm very poised and I like to keep myself together. And as a Black woman and a Black educated woman, I will never let anybody get me out of character. So they would say these things and I would literally act like I couldn't hear them. Fast forward, after being literally emotionally abused and being financially abused by having my roommates not want to send me money when I paid for the bill, it got to a point that I was paying for the Wi-Fi bill and anytime they would not send me the money for the Wi-Fi bill, I would change the password to the Wi-Fi because nobody was going to have any internet connection unless I got my money. Anyway, fast forward, Cece and S, the girl downstairs that I used to be very close with, they started turning their backs on me and becoming very close with both Mandy and Sandy, the girls that hated me. I remember one time Mandy was trying to throw a sorority event in our backyard. Mind you, I'm not in any sorority. A sorority event in our backyard with their illegal sorority, and I was talking in my kitchen, and she literally screamed at the top of her lungs and told me to shut the F up in front of all those people. Anyway, they ended up trying to move out of the house into a different house. But at this time, I had already gotten to nursing school. I was making my next moves. I was going to move out of that house and move into a college house. What I didn't know at the time is that they had all planned to move into another house without telling me. But not only did they move into another house without telling me, they disconnected all the other bills that they were paying for. So I ended up living in a house with no heat, no electricity. And not only did they do this, while I think I was at a nursing school orientation, these people moved out all the furniture and all the things that they wanted without telling me. So I came home into an empty house. God is good though, because I already had my college apartment set up. But the problem was because they didn't tell me, I hadn't scheduled it right and I still had all my things in the house. I had to end up going to the police station to file a police report because they knowingly moved out of the house without telling me and left me in a house with no hot water, no electricity, just very bad living conditions. Anyway, the story is so much longer, but I don't want to make this story very long. And it took me so long to do a story time on this because when I tell you I was so traumatized that I literally had to be in therapy for this. I ended up filing a police report on the girls for some of the things that they did to me because it was basically illegal and I don't even want to get on TikTok and hash out everything that happened. I also forgot to mention that S, the girl that lived downstairs that I was close with and used to give her rides, the one that ended up making up with A, she would invite random men to our house every single night that she found off of Tinder and it was so unsafe.
It got to the point that one time I was dating this guy, we were in a relationship, and I had to ask him to come over because she was scared of one of the strangers she invited to our house. Anyways, that was about 2 years of my life, and that is what I get for being the only black girl moving into a house with a whole bunch of white girl strangers. God is so good though, because between all the drugs they were doing, all the illegal stuff they were doing, all the harm that they had put me in, things could have gone really bad, but I'm just so happy that I got out of that situation. And that is a story of how I survived living in a white house while I was in college and going through a very bad depression. And I had to cut it short because I wanted to finish this in one part.
Story time, y'all. College roommate horror story, and it's gonna be a few parts. So, but really, I'm really gonna try to make it one or two parts because I hate going to them story times and it be 3, 4 different parts. Okay, so I usually don't like to come on here and be like telling my business and stuff, y'all. But I just feel like the stuff that be going down in my life be so crazy, and I really just gotta start sharing it. So, okay, I'm finna take y'all all the way back. So, right now, I am a sophomore in college. I ain't gonna tell y'all where I go to, but just know I'm a sophomore in college. All right, boom. So, when I was a freshman in college, I met this girl, right? She stayed next door to me. Mind you, we stayed in dorms. We're on campus. We stayed in college dorms. So, I met this girl. She stayed next door to me. We're gonna call her, hold on. We're gonna call her Perp because I remember her favorite color was purple. So, boom, mind you, Perp, she like girls, she got a girlfriend. Cool. Her girlfriend is the more masculine one, and she's like the more feminine one, but she's bigger than her masculine girlfriend, if y'all get what I'm saying. So y'all, basically, we got cool or whatever, we got acquainted, boom, we got cool, we got acquainted. Mind you, we were all moving into apartments. Hold on. My roommates was making noise. But mind y'all, we was all moving into an apartment the following year. So not our freshman year, but our sophomore year, we all plan on moving into apartments. So I'm like, okay, cool. Like we should all three like be roommates. Like they're like, oh, we gonna move there too. You be your roommate. Da, 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 da. I'm like, boom, we all three could be roommates because mind y'all, it's like 4 rooms, 4 bedrooms. So 4 people will be staying in an apartment. So I'm like, okay, cool. It'll be only one person we don't know. Like it's sounding good. Like the girl was cool. She had invited me to her little birthday thing. I invited her to my birthday thing. Cool, like cool. I'm thinking we're cool. Mind y'all, it was always like little weird stuff that I would peep, but I never like I'm the type of person I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, give people chances. I don't like to jump to conclusions. I don't like to seem like I'm like, like I try to give people the benefit of the doubt, y'all. So we fast forward 2024. This 2024. It's 2025 now. Fast forward May 2024 to August 2024. So okay, boom. It's time to move in. It's like August 14th. It's time to move in. Boom. Mind y'all, I was the first person to move in. They was not down here yet. I was the first person to move in. So when I was finna move in, mind y'all, it's 4 rooms. They basically assign you what room is yours. So the worker of the apartment that I stay in, he basically told me like, yeah, like this one is your room. I'm like, are you sure that this one is my room before I move into the room? Because what I'm not finna do is move into the wrong room. Now me and my mom have to re-clean another room, like because we had to deep clean the room before we even put my stuff in there because the cleaning was not up to par, y'all. Okay, so boom, y'all. I end up moving into my room. Me and my mom, we cleaned it, moved into the room. Boom. Perp called me. Mind y'all, she hadn't moved in yet. Perp called me and basically was like, what room did you move into? Blase, blase. And I ended up telling her, and she was just basically like, oh, that's my room. Like, I'm supposed to be across from my girlfriend. Like, that's my room. Blase, blase. And I'm like, well, the office people told me that this was my room. So, like, I moved all my stuff in it. I'm not finna move because I'm gonna listen to the workers. Yeah, you telling me that this is your room, but you're not even here yet. If the workers are telling me that this is my room, then this is my room. So she's going back and forth, like basically like, no, that's my room, blah blah blah. So the girlfriend of Perp, we gotta get a girlfriend a name. We're gonna call the girlfriend the masculine one, Glasses. So Perp girlfriend is named Glasses. So I hope y'all keeping up with the names, cause I don't want to say nobody's real name on here, cause yeah. So I hope I'm not like dragging this. Okay, so when I was almost done moving in, Glasses came in with her mom and she was moving into her room. So I guess when she seen me across the way from her, she like told her girlfriend, like, don't you supposed to be in this room? Like, don't you supposed to be in this room? So that's when the girl Perp called me and basically was like, oh, this was my room, and then that's when I told her, like, the office told me. So boom, fast forward to the next day when Perp moved in. So the next day, mind y'all, my mom then went back home. My mom stayed a good like almost 2 hours away at the time. So my mom went back home. Boom, I'm chilling or whatever. I'm at my friend's house because my friends, they had a house too. So I'm at my friend's house. I get a call from, I think, the officers or whatever. They basically saying like I have to come move all my stuff into another room, and basically that they made a mistake yesterday and all that. So basically what the girl did when she got there, she went to the office, she told them that I was in her room, that was her room. Mind y'all, to me it was like, okay, I understand like if that's the room that you picked, but if the office people made a mistake and they told me I'm in that room, you should just been like, okay, cool, you done already moved all your stuff, now you done cleaned it, like cool. It really, to me, y'all, it didn't matter because you and your girlfriend, y'all probably not across the way from each other, but y'all are still in the same apartment, like building, the same exact building. So what is it to just walk right by the kitchen to go in her room instead of like across? Like, to me it wasn't that deep, it wasn't that serious, but I digress. So okay, boom, fast forward. So that already had kind of irritated me because that was like kind of the first red flag, like when we moved in, because my mom had to come all the way back down and help me move. Like it was just too much, because girl, you could have took the room. Okay, so boom, fast forward, everybody, so it was us three that stayed there and it was one more girl, but she was barely there. Like I promise y'all, like I stayed there from August to March and I probably only seen that girl 2 times. I swear, she was barely there. So it mainly was just mostly us three most of the time from what I seen. So everybody in that apartment, okay, y'all get what I'm saying. Y'all get what I'm saying. So it was never a problem. Like, you get me? It was never a problem. So what started off, like, I guess you could say, started everything was, okay, I had to go to work, y'all. I worked on campus. I worked at Chick-fil-A. So sometimes, mind you, okay, say I eat me a bowl of cereal. I don't have time to clean my bowl. I'll stick my bowl in the sink. I come back home, my bowl is sitting on the counter. Petty. Just so petty. I don't take your dishes out when you leave dishes in the sink. So why are you doing all that? Like, you feel me? So the girl would take my dishes out, put my dishes in the sink, like just real petty stuff. So they basically came together and was like, I feel like we need to have a meeting, like so we can all like set boundaries and rules and things like that. So I told them when I would be available for the meeting, but I ended up with sleep during the meeting because I had work. I had something going on, so I was sleep. So the girl Perp, she proceeds to text in the group chat because we had a group chat. She proceeds to text in the group chat, y'all. For whatever reason, Lazara couldn't make it to the meeting. This is what was said. Mind you, you don't have to start the message off by addressing, oh, for whatever reason I couldn't make it to the meeting. Like, you didn't have to do all that. Like, you did not have to do all that. So the girl basically ended up saying, like, after that in the message, like all everything they talked about in the meeting, like dishes, don't leave no dishes in the sink, sweep and mop the floor once a week, take out the trash. Like, mind y'all, I don't even cook like that. I will go in there and clean up the kitchen after I'm done cooking, but if I haven't been in the kitchen all week and I haven't cooked nothing and you've been in the kitchen every day cooking, I'm not finna, no, like I'm gonna do it when I feel like it. Like, no. So basically, she said a lot of stuff in the messages. I still have the messages. I might put them in a different video. But y'all, the girl said so much stuff in the messages. Basically like, don't have no company here. Don't have. Girl, y'all, I really want to go to the messages, but I'm gonna put them in another video. But just know she said a whole lot of everything. Basically saying don't have company over when you're not here. Mind you, if I my okay. Example, I have a cousin, she goes to another college. If she comes in town and she wants to stay with me for the weekend, she can stay with me. She's gonna be in my room. If I have to go to work, she's gonna be in my room. Like, I didn't see why there was such a problem because they're in my room. So, okay, boom. That basically caused a problem a little bit because for one, you're being petty. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna pull up the messages. Okay, y'all, got my iPad and I found the messages. So let's get it. So this was October the 10th. I'm gonna read y'all what she said. She said, since Lazara didn't make it she said, since Lazara didn't make it because of whatever reason, recap of the meeting. One, nothing goes in the ice box. Mind you, I would have never put my stuff in the ice box if you would have gave me enough room in the refrigerator. Like, you gave yourself all of the big parts and gave me like the little compartments. But it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. She said, two, if it's your week to do trash, that means it's your priority to sweep and mop. She said if you have company in the house, that's your company. Don't leave them by yourself. Work on communication more as a group after using the dryer. Clean the filter. Lock the doors because sometimes the door has been unlocked and it's just me and my girlfriend here. After using the living room, sweep it down. I think that's it. I'm sick of repeating myself about things that need to be done. Stop lying, please and thank you. Mind you, mind you, y'all. Mind you. Who you talking to? Talking about you sick of repeating yourself, this is in there, baby. You're not nobody's RA. You're not nobody's mother. You're just her girlfriend. We all stay together. We're all roommates. We all pay rent. So you're tired of repeating. Who you talking to, y'all? So, I think it's gonna end off. If the video end or whatever, come back for part 2, y'all. Because this is so much more to unpack, literally. All right, y'all, part 2. So after she sent that long message, I said cool. She said, you have anything to add or any thoughts other than cool? I asked everyone in the meeting as well. I said, I'm gonna have who I want to have over. I pay rent. Everything else cool. Like, cool. She said, I never said about your company other than leave them by themselves. Please read the message. I said, if I want to leave my company in my room, I will. This ain't no dorm. I pay rent. That's it. That's all. Y'all have a nice day. She said, girl, don't talk to me like that. To I'm not your home girl. Hold on, cause I don't know how she typing. That's just they just take BS from you. If your company be in your room, let them stay in your room. If you gone, I don't need no half naked ninja looking at me like I'm dumb coming in the house I pay rent to. Stop acting like somebody telling you wrong. If you want a problem, let's deal with it. You have a nice day. Stop acting like what we saying is out of proportion. Mind you, I never once had no naked dude up in here. Literally, like you're just saying stuff at this point because never did I ever have a naked dude in there. Like, and I only had somebody over there one time. Like, at the beginning, I only had somebody over there one time. So, alright. I said, nobody talking to you crazy. You acting like you somebody D mama or RA. You not either. All the other stuff cool, but you telling me what to do when I have company over? No. I said, you steady be effing picking and I'm sick of it. I said, I'm trying to be cordial until I move, but you doing too much. Have a nice day. Like, she said, girl, no, I'm not. I'm speaking for everyone. Who is everyone? You and your girlfriend? You and your... Huh? Because the other girl don't even be there. So you're not speaking for everyone. You're speaking for yourself. She said, girl, no, I'm not. I'm speaking for everyone in the group. I'm updating you on the meeting. All this stuff that need to be done in the house. If it's a problem for me to tell you not to leave your company by themselves, something wrong, girl. If they're in my room and I'm going to work, what's the problem? What's the problem? So she was like, I'm always picking really. You always leaving your stuff in the wrong spot and your dishes in the sink. But okay, I guess, girl, you leave your stuff in the sink as well. You want everything to go your way. You think you run it and you're not. Okay. So she was like, don't even do all that. I said, so I hit her with that. Just like you don't want to see someone so-called half naked when you come in, I don't want to hear moans when I'm coming in. Because one day me and my homegirl was coming in the house, I heard moans and stuff. I don't want to hear that. Ew, I don't want to hear that. So she was like, you wasn't there. Get on, please and thank you. That was the first time you even heard us. Da, 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 da. Like, and I told her I don't even care. And then she was like, okay, well, since you're moving, you don't need to be in the group chat, right? Boom. The girl took me out of the group chat. The little group chat. So after that, maybe like I want to say a week or 2 weeks later, or maybe even just a few days later, I don't remember like that. But I got a call from the leasing office, and they basically, all three of them, they came together and they reported me. They reported me for quote unquote leaving the door unlocked. They reported me from talking to them aggressively, and they reported me for having naked people in there. I never had nobody naked in there. I didn't come at y'all disrespectful. You talk to me crazy, and when I say something back to you, it's a problem. Cool. But I just brushed it off. And mind y'all, the other girl, like I said, the third girl, she don't even be there like that. So y'all two came together, brung this to her, convinced her to report me. Weird. So since like that situation, like I wouldn't talk to them. Like before that, we would all probably like hang out, play the game sometimes, chill out in the living room. So like we cut all that off, y'all. Like I didn't talk to them. When I used to have company over, they used to be very unwelcoming. Like my company didn't even used to come over like my friends. They did not used to want to come over because of her attitude, her demeanor, just the way she act, like, it's very like ill, and it really was giving jealous, y'all. And I'm not just saying that to say it like girls be, oh, she jealous of me. No, it was giving jealous because I did not invite her with me and my friends when we did stuff. Literally one time I was in the living room with my friends, the girl came out her room, was like, you ain't invite us out, like you ain't invite us to come in here and hang with y'all and chill with y'all. Like, girl, I don't have to invite you nowhere. I'm with my friends, and I didn't invite you because you're weird. So boom, after October, they reported me cool. I kind of like started to just keep my distance, just keep my distance. But it kind of used to like get worse. Like, I remember one day I went in the living room and I had something in the oven, I think a pizza or something. And the girl says like, it's your week or something like that. I said, I'm not doing anything. Since you want to take me out of a group chat, you do it yourself. I'm going to do it when I feel like it. And I went back into my room. And so, she would say little slick stuff, whatever. She would continue to take my dish out the sink. It got to a point I didn't even put my dishes in the sink. Like, I would just sit my dishes in my bathroom on the counter if I don't have time to wash it. And I get to it when I get back home because I used to just get so sick of it. It just used to be so petty. And at that moment, it didn't used to even really be glasses. It was just perk. Like, it was really just perk, like causing all the problems to for real. So boom, let's fast forward. Let's skip that. Went on for a little minute. I want to say December rolled around. One day, I came out my room and I see my dishes sitting on the counter, and it was like probably a pot and a plate and a cup or something. Mind y'all, I came in there, I started spazzing on the girl. Like, I put my stuff in a garbage bag. Like, I told her she's weird, blase, blase. She came in my face. Like, y'all, we just started going back and forth. Like, we just started going back and forth. So she just basically came up to me, like, trying to, I don't want to say fight me, because okay, but the girl just kept walking up, y'all. Like, it just kept being stuff, y'all. Like, it was just so much stuff that transpired. I can't even remember everything that happened because it was just so much stuff that happened. So yeah, we had got to arguing real bad, and after that, like, it was still the same. It was still tension every time I walk out my room or anything. She would still continue to do the same stuff. So let's fast forward to spring break. So boom, actually before spring break, we ended up having a little talk. Like, one day I was in the kitchen making me a salad and she was like, can we talk, or whatever the case may be? And I'm like, what's up? So she basically was like, I don't like the stuff you said to me. Y'all, I said so much stuff. I said she couldn't dress. I said she shouldn't have no friends. I just said so much stuff because that's what it was giving. It was giving miserable. You disrespecting me. You talking stuff. So we talking stuff together. She was just basically like, oh, we used to be friends. So girl, any friend of mine would not report me. You could have got me kicked out of my apartment. No friend of mine is going to go report me because you can't control me. Really? You should have came to me and talked to me. Girl, no, we not friends. We was never friends. So she just basically tried to make amends, and me trying to keep the peace and trying to stay cordial, I was just like, cool, like, whatever. Cool, whatever, like, because she was still acting very weird, y'all. So fast forward before spring break, I'm just going to read y'all a few, like, the petty messages she was send. So she said, come get your Chick-fil-A boxes. I didn't say nothing. I just went in there and moved it because, mind y'all, we had certain shelves in the refrigerator. And my homeboy, he would, bring me something to eat sometimes, and he would sit the stuff in the refrigerator. And he don't know what shelf is which, so why are you doing all that? So I just don't say nothing. I go in there, I move it. She said, Lazera, why you putting your stuff in our side? Come move this orange juice. Then she texts me, if you drying your clothes, I'm using the dryer next. Like, y'all, the stuff she would say is just like crazy. Like, so I had put some spinach dip or whatever and a few other items on a shelf in the refrigerator, and she was like, this is not yours. Like, can you come move this? Like, y'all, when I tell y'all, the girl was just so petty. So, okay, boom. Spring break rolled around. Before I went on spring break, I want to say I, like, left, like, a pot in the refrigerator on my shelf and, like, a pizza box. Boom. Came back from spring break. First day back. My mom, she came back with me. I'm, like, cleaning up and stuff. I'm not even back 5 minutes. She's knocking on my door. Can you get your stuff out of the refrigerator? Mind y'all, I was going to get it because I had just got back. I was going to deep clean. But anything that's on my shelf in the refrigerator is my shelf. It's not your business. It's not your business. It's on my shelf. So why does it even concern you? The girl was just really miserable. Like, that's what it was giving. The girl was miserable. So I'm like, I'm gonna get it. Like, I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna get it. And my mom like, well, what do you got in the refrigerator? So my mom went in the refrigerator. She seen my little shelf. And so while I'm taking out the trash, she asked my roommate, like, which shelf is mine? And my roommate get to pulling out pictures. Mind y'all, this girl had been taking pictures like of the little stuff I had been like the stuff I would leave on my shelf. Mind you, my mama didn't ask for no pictures, girl. So my mom kind of like, why is she showing me like, okay, she take pictures, like, okay, cool. So she showed my mom the pictures or whatever. She showed her the pictures. I thought that was very weird. Like, I took that very weirdly. Why are you showing my mom pictures and stuff? So I ended up like cleaning out my little shelf in the fridge or whatever the case may be, right? So boom, that happened. So I just got it locked in my head, like, I'm done being nice. I'm done. Like, when you leave certain stuff away and leave stuff all over the stove and stuff all over the floor, I just come in there and sweep it. But you're tripping about something that's on my shelf. Cool. So after that, that's when stuff really started to escalate, y'all. Let me tell y'all. One day, me and my homie be in my room, we chilling. I hear a knock at my door. I'm like, what's up? Like, what is it? Come back for part 3, y'all. That might. Okay, part 3. So I'm in my room chilling with my homeboy, and like she knock on my door, like, can you come to the door? And I'm like, no, like, what's up? And she's just like, hold on, y'all. So she come knocking on my door, and she like, it stank up. She was like, can I come to the door and all that? And I'm like, no, what's up? So after that, after me not coming to the door, she just basically was like, it stank up in here, like, you just be doing too much. We don't even in our room no more because you have somebody over here every day. Mind you, it be the same person, my homeboy, my cousin, same person, every day, literally every day. So it'd be the same people. So what's the problem? Like, I'm in my room and y'all do the same thing, but y'all don't even be in y'all room. Y'all all in the living room, all around the whole apartment with it. So I don't understand the problem it's giving. Just because I didn't invite you. So she started yelling and stuff, talking about I'm stupid, I am slow, she can't wait till I get caught, like, really just going off. And me and my cousin, we kind of like looking at each other like, is she cool? So y'all, boom, the girl just steady, like, she's at this point, she's at my door yelling. She's at my door yelling. I'm talking about yelling, like, yelling. So I'm just kind of like, I kept telling her, can you leave me alone? I'm in my room. Can you leave me alone? I am in my room. Leave me alone. I am in my room. So she steady just going back. She calling me. She talking about I'm stupid as elf. I'm dirty. I'm this, that. Mind you, I was the cleanest one in that apartment. Girl, your room look a mess. Bathroom look a mess. You tripping because I left a dish in the sink. That's my dish. And then I stopped doing that. You're mad about a pizza box that's on my shelf. It's a pizza box, love. It's a pizza box. You're tripping. It's on my shelf. Oh, shorty calling me dirty, all type of stuff. Kind of trying to embarrass me, but you cannot embarrass me because everybody who knows me know what type of person I am. Dirty, never. Never been. I wasn't even raised like that. Never been that. So she going off. Mind you, now the girl got my nerves bad. Like, she even kind of just blew our whole vibe. Like, she blew our whole vibe. I kind of just like, I kind of tried to brush that off because that's kind of like crazy. Like, why are you coming to my door yelling? Mind y'all, it was about like 1:00 in the morning too. Like, why are you doing all that? So, alright, boom, y'all. She pulled the same thing again the next day. No, she came and knocked on my door or whatever. And she going at it again, y'all. She going at it again. Talk about I'm stupid as F, I'm slow. Like, she's coming with the same approach. She's talking stuff, she talking junk, talking about I didn't want to fight, like all type of stuff. I started trying to basically just ignore her. Like, my mom told me don't say nothing to her, just ignore her. But it's only so many times you can kind of poke the bear. Like, it's only so many times. It's only so much ignoring I can do, because now it's like I'm coming home and I'm getting harassed. Like, if you get what I'm saying. Like, and it was so many other like situations that happened, y'all. But I would be still telling the story time for too long. Like, it's just so much stuff that happened. So it's getting to a point. It's like it's getting more and more tense. Like, the girl steady coming to my door with her girlfriend, yelling, calling me out of my name, all type of stuff. But when I come in my room, it's like, oh, you talking all that stuff through the door, But what stuff am I talking? You're coming to my door. I'm telling you to leave me alone and get away from my door. So I tried to like start recording her. Like, every time she would come to my door, I would just start pressing record on my phone. Automatically press record, because what you're not finna do is steady come harass me. Like, that's basically what she was doing. So after a few days of her doing that, snapping, coming out of her room, yelling, going back in her room, and me just kind of trying not to say nothing. It was this one specific day. My job, it was like the whole weekend had went. I had my homegirl staying with me. Boom. Basically, I guess my homegirl probably used one of her napkins by accident because she thought that was like my napkins. Boom. It's Sunday. I get back home. It's like 10 o'clock. Not even, you know what I'm saying? It's 10 o'clock, not even 12 o'clock yet. So my homegirl, she's already there. She's in my room or whatever. I go in my room. I'm like starting cleaning up. We're talking about a situation that happened at a party the day before. Like we're talking about something totally different. So I heard somebody say, "Did you use my? You use my B? Like you use my stuff?" And I'm like, "What? Like?" Huh? I'm like, I look at my homegirl. I'm like, did you use something of hers? She was like, you used my cup. You used my napkins. I was like, you used her cup? She was like, no, I didn't use her cup. Like, girl, she didn't use her cup. And if she used a napkin, it's a napkin. I got hella napkins under my bed. It's not that deep. So she going off or whatever. I started immediately recording her. She snapping and stuff. And this day, I was frustrated, so I'm going back and forth with her. Like, I'm laughing at her, all type of stuff. Like, you sound slow, you sound stupid. Like, nobody used your stuff. It's not that deep. And mind y'all, I never mind compromising with them or anything like that, or talking to them about stuff. But it was just always the way that the girl tried to come at me and was talking to me. Like, I ain't your girlfriend, I ain't your child, you ain't my RA, you ain't my mama, you ain't none of that, nothing, you're nothing, none of that. So it was always the way that she came and talked to me. If she felt like something of hers was used, she could have came to me very respectful, y'all. Very, hey Lazera, did you in my company use this? Not B, you use my stuff. That's not the way you come at nobody. So boom, we getting going back and forth, we arguing, like I'm laughing at her face, but then I'm kind of starting to get mad because she's doing a lot. Like her and her girlfriend at this point, they both in there yelling, like really just doing a lot. And mind y'all, she's been doing this whole yelling thing, coming out her room yelling, talking stuff for a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks. So I'm kind of like, I'm starting to get sick of it, honestly. So y'all, we going back and forth, I call my friends to come over there. Boom, after I call my friends to come over there, I hear a knock at my door. It's the leasing people at the office. So the office people, they like, hey, can you come outside? Can we talk? Blase, blase. Mind y'all, I go outside the apartment to talk to them. And I'm just kind of starting to cry. Like, I'm just very irritated. Like, I'm not crying because I'm sad. I'm crying because I'm mad. Like, it's getting to that point. Like, I don't want to get into no trouble. I don't want to get kicked out. I don't want to go to jail because it's getting to that point that I'm wanting to put my hands on her because she stayed provoking me. She's threatening me. All type of stuff, y'all. All type of stuff. Like, I might insert some of the recording in so y'all can hear this girl because she sound crazy. So the office people just basically like, what's been going on? So I kind of basically tell them why I'm sitting here talking to the office people. Why the girl come out with the trash, like she's taking out the garbage. So when she came out, she said something to me. I told her to shut the F up, B. Stop talking to me. So we going back and forth out there. They told her like, go down the stairs, like move, like get back. Like they're trying to talk to me and you coming outside trying to be nosy. You know you didn't have to take out no trash. So all right, y'all, boom. I'm out there talking to them and they're just basically like, we can move. Like, do you want to transfer? I'm like, yes, transfer me immediately because I'm not going to keep sitting here coming home getting harassed. Like, it's just not giving it. So they like, yeah, okay, we could transfer you. Just don't say nothing to her. Like, when you pick up your stuff, just try not to say nothing to her and all that. And so while one of them was in there talking to me, somebody was in there talking to her, I guess. So boom, after that happened, I went back up to my room and I'm like mad, I'm crying, I'm calling my mom, like all types of stuff because it's very irky. Mind y'all, this is a week before my birthday. It's very irky that all this is going on. I already got enough going on. Like it was just very stressful. I gotta move all my stuff. I had the perfect setup. I had all my stuff on my wall. Like I loved my room. I loved my setup. Like I was kind of very irritated. So while all this going on, the office manager, he comes to my apartment and he's just basically like, he comes to my room and he like, do you have any Zaza in here? And I'm like, no, I don't. He was like, good, because the police are outside. Mind you, this girl done caught the police on me. So the police outside and I'm like, oh my god, this girl done called the police on me. So the police come in or whatever. He's like, keep looking around and stuff. He's just like, what's going on? Like, are you hurt? So I'm like, no. I was basically telling him like what's been happening. Just told him like I don't want to get into no trouble, but I'm sick of getting harassed. Come home every day getting harassed. Home is supposed to be your safe space, not know where you come and get harassed. So I'm just telling the police, like, yeah, like, this has been happening. I've been dealing with this girl since August. Mind y'all, my friend's on the way. So while I'm in there talking to the police officer, my friends pull up and the office people stop them, like, outside the apartment. And so my friend's just basically telling them, like, I've been dealing with harassment from this girl, like, since August. Like, this girl and her girlfriend been harassing me, which it really don't even be the girlfriend. It won't even be glasses. It was really perp, like, initiating everything, because like a night before I heard them in the room arguing, and Glasses was saying that Perp was a psychopath and she was psychotic and she was weird and she was this and she was that, which obviously, I mean, that explains why she was projecting every day and miserable and coming, waking up thinking about me, waking up, coming to my door snapping, go to sleep, coming to my door snapping, like trying to get a reaction out of me, trying to provoke me to do something to her so I can get in trouble. Basically, that's why I never did nothing to her. Like, girl, you're not even worth the fight. You're not even worth it. You ain't fucking with me on my worst day. So what's up? So the police talked to me or whatever. He basically ended up leaving or whatever. Like, he basically ended up leaving and all my friends ended up coming. Mind you, I had like four girls pull up, five boys pull up, my cousin, like, I had, my friends was deep. And then my mom was on the way. So, all right, y'all, part 4. So, boom, like I said, about 10 of my friends pulled up. Once the office people left, the girl and her girlfriend, they left the house. All right. So we about done packing up. It's almost 5 o'clock. We waiting on the office people to, of course, bring me my keys so I can go to my new unit. We're all packed up. I walk outside to go talk to my friends because we had just kind of been chilling. We drinking Cayman Jacks, just kind of chilling, vibing. Boom. I was in the house with my mom finishing up packing because I have been about done. Like, most of my stuff was already in my friend's new car. So, alright, I walk outside. I see the girl and her girlfriend pulling back up. While I'm seeing that, my friend's seeing that too. They're like, oh, Sarah, there they go. So, we start skipping back in the apartment. Mind you, they was walking behind us or whatever. So, once we get up in the apartment, I told my friend, shut the door. Behind her. Yeah, shut the door. So, my friends, they in there sitting on the couch. My mom up in there, boom. I already knew my mom was going to say something like, to know my mom is just to know, like, she don't play. So the girl and her girlfriend, they walk in the room. All my friends, they sit on the couch. My job, it's like 10 of them. They sitting there laughing, just laughing. And so my mom was like, I knew it just wasn't about no dish or no pizza box. I hate a bully. Like, my mom just going in, like, she's going in, but she's not like cussing her out or disrespecting the girl. She's just basically like, that's not cool. You don't bully nobody. Like, it was never about no dish or no box. Like, going in. So they went up in their room and they slammed the door, and all my friends, they start getting up, yelling and screaming and laughing, talking about, yeah, mom, like, cause she gave it. Literally, she gave it. After that, my mom, she just kind of like ready to leave out the apartment. Like, she don't even want to be up in there with the girl and them no more. Like, yeah, my mom not with that. So before I moved into the other unit, the manager of the office wanted to talk to me and my mom. So me and my mom or whatever, we're talking to the office manager, and he just basically telling us like how the girl been coming up there about me. They came like a week before to do like an inspection, and it was nothing. It was a pot, a pizza box, like what I just said. It was nothing, y'all, on my shelf at that. So he just basically like, yeah, like, she steady been coming over up here saying, like, telling stuff about you and just basically trying to get me out the apartment, like in so many words. So they basically can see like the girl is like provoking me, like she just kind of picking. So they end up moving me to another apartment, and yeah, like I started staying in the other apartment, which is the one I'm in now, which explains why like my pictures and stuff not on the wall, and it kind of looked like a different setup, which it is. And yeah, the next day my cousin showed me a snap of her, and she's on the snap making TikToks with her little mangy cat, talking about oh, we finally got that bee out of here, like very miserable, very miserable, very miserable. And it's just like, I really don't care, like, cause if y'all just knew everything I went through with this girl, literally, like, it was just crazy. So I didn't care. I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, karma is real. God is watching. Like, you think you done got you up one because you done got me out the apartment, and it's just y'all. Like, you think you that, and you're not. You're not, love. You're not. You're just not. But yeah, that's the story time, y'all. I have another story time when I was staying in a dorm about like my roommate experience and how it wasn't good, and it was a horror story too. But I just feel like this one was like more And I kind of want to insert like the videos and stuff of her and the stuff she was saying and the TikTok she made of me, but I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, y'all, that's my little story time. So let me know if y'all want me to do more.
Let me tell y'all about the worst roommates I've ever had. Like, ever had in my life, bro. I've been debating on really doing this, but I'm gonna do it. Let me turn these windshield wipers off. Let me tell y'all this story time. So, okay, I had these 2 roommates, right? And keep in mind, they athletes. Like, I thought it was cool. Like, okay, athletes. I could rock with athletes, room with athletes my whole, college career. Right now I'm a GA, so I was like, okay, I'm cool with that. You feel me? So, boom, the first day, walk in, they like introduce themselves, I introduce myself, everything cool or whatever, right? My boyfriend helping me move in though. So, he helping me move in, right? First thing out of one of the girls' mouths is to him. Like, she didn't even say it to me. First thing out of her mouth was, are you staying here too? Like, and she said it just like that. Are you staying here too? And he's like, nah, I'm just helping her move in. But it's like, red flag already, because girl, why did you think you could even go out your way to talk to my boyfriend? Like, I just met you. Like, who are you? You could have asked me that. You feel me? So, boom, that was red flag number 1, right? I'm like, okay, let it slide. Not tripping on that. Right? Weeks go by or whatever, right? I'm living with them, whatever, right? I work literally like from 9 to 5. So it's like, I get home around like 5. And I be wanting to come home and listen to some music while I'm taking a shower. My music don't even be OD. Like, I know when I'm ODing. Like, I know when my music be OD, bro. But my music was not even that loud. Like, okay, maybe the first time, though. Maybe the first time it was that loud, right? So I'm like, okay. They asked me, can I turn it down? Got you. Cool. I respect that, right? I'm very respectful. I'm an understanding person. So I turn it down, right? They talking about some can you not play your music so loud? I said I turned it down for you and it's not even that loud. The walls are already thin as is. And I said, and it's not even late. Like, it's like, I'm sorry, my phone almost fell. It's literally like 5:30, 5:30, right? So I'm playing my music in the shower. That was a problem for them. So I'm like, all right, some weeks go by, right? I'm walking out the house one day. Like, it's so much, y'all. I don't even know where to start. But, like, it's so much. I'm walking out the house one day, bro. My TV on in my room, right? I closed my door, but it's cracked maybe like this much, right? I'm going to get something out of my car because I forgot something in my car. So I'm not turning my TV off to go to my car. So I go to my car. Shorty come chasing me out of the door. Talking about, can you turn your TV down in your room? It's too loud. Or can you turn it off? Actually, can you turn your TV off? She yelling that over the balcony. I'm outside at my car. She said, can you come upstairs and turn your TV off? The TV that's in my room. She wanted me to turn the TV off that was in my room. Right? I looked at her. And I'm just like, and I continue to walk. Because what? Like, what? So, whatever, I finished getting what I needed out of my car, and then I go back upstairs, and then I close my door, and TV stay at the same volume. I get in the room, and I look at what volume my TV's on. It's on level 7. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Level 7. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. So then, whatever. That happens, right? So then, boom. What was the next thing that happened? Oh, okay, boom, right? It's a Sunday, right? I wake up. I'm playing my church music. And this time I'm playing it off my phone. I don't even play it off a speaker, bro. I play it off my iPhone. So, I'm playing the music on my iPhone. I'm in the bathroom, right? She texts me. She's like, can you turn your music down? And I said, it's 12 p.m. It's 12 p.m. It's 12 p.m. Like, it's the afternoon. Like, I didn't watch church. Now I'm playing my church music. It's the afternoon. Oh my gosh, my phone keep falling. But it's the afternoon, bro. So I'm like, actually, I can't. Like, it's a reasonable time of the day and my music is not even loud. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this is what I do. Like, this has helped me. It's God we talking about here. Like, this helps me. So I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Like, no, I just can't. I said, this is a reasonable hour for me to be playing music. You feel me? So boom, she mad over that. Like, she mad. Like, they mad. It's mainly one girl who has the problem. The other girl just her friend and they teammates, so they, you know, she along for the ride, right? So tell me why one day I'm home, like a couple weeks go by, like all this happened in like week increments. Couple weeks go by, right? My car, oh, I forgot to tell y'all. Let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind just a little bit. So boom. Like maybe like 3 weeks with me living here already, right? My car had finally got delivered because I live in California, so my car got shipped out here. So I'm moving stuff in from my car. I packed my car up. I'm moving stuff in from my car, and our door, like, it slams hard. But it's like I was carrying a big TV, so it's like my hands were full and I had to carry it upstairs and open the door at the same time and then carry the TV in the door. So it's not like I could have, stopped the door from slamming. So the door slammed. Shorty come out her room. Can you not slam the door? I said, do you not see this big TV in my hand? Like, how about you help? How about you ask me if I need help? Like, what are we talking about here? Okay, boom, boom. Besides that, so fast forward. So, tell me why we beefing like this at this point in time. Like, it's low key beef. So, boom. I come home one day from work. I walk in the kitchen. The oven is on. They try to kill me, bro. No, I'm just playing. But the oven is on. I'm like, whoa. So I text them. I said, y'all left the oven on. They said, you could turn it off. Who could turn it off? Who? You should have turned it off when you left. When you got done with it. So I'm like, hold on. They can't be talking to me like that. Like, they can't be talking to me. So I'm like, I think you should have turned it off when you finished using it. And they're talking about like, well, can you just turn it off now? You're already there. I ain't even respond to them. Like, I don't have time for that. Like, of course I'm gonna turn the oven off, but it's the principle of the situation. Like, come on now. Right? So whatever. Let me tell y'all how they went to the front office about me. Like, they went and told on me. Like, they went and told on me. For what? I don't know. Like, literally for what? I don't know. So whatever, they went to go tell the front office. They're like, the front office messaged me talking about like, can we all have an apartment meeting? And I'm just like, no. Like, what is there to meet about? Like, keep in mind, bro, these people have parties, not parties, but like, they have their teammates over every night. Every night they have their teammates over. And I don't be tripping on nothing. The TV be loud in the living room. Like, they be like, they was hella loud, like, and I didn't trip on nothing because I genuinely didn't care. Like, I'm such an easy person to live with. Like, I don't care what you got going. Like, as long as it don't affect me, it don't, like, I'm not tripping. Like, y'all loud, but like, as long as y'all not loud, like at like 11 p.m., like 12 a.m., I'm cool on it. I don't even care. Like, you could have threw a party in the crib for all I care. As long as it's respecting me, you feel me? I'm not tripping on it. So they went and told the front office, bro. Front office talking about you need to comply and have a meeting. I'm like, I'm not having no meeting. Like, there's nothing to talk about. Like, y'all are trying to get me to move out, and I'm not moving nowhere. Like, I just moved in, and I'm cool where I'm at. Like, because y'all are uncomfortable, y'all can get going. You feel me? So, compliance put a 3-day notice to comply on my door. I come home, bro. I come home from work, bro. There's a whole 3-day notice to comply on my door. I'm like, ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. So boom, I need to hurry up. So boom, spring break come around, right? They gonna be gone for like, no, not spring break. Christmas break come around. They gonna be gone for like a month, right? I come home one day. All jokes aside, bro. I come home one day. There's a camera on the door. Bro, I called my parents immediately. I said, you won't believe it. They put a whole camera on the door to watch me, bro. To watch me. Next thing I do, text them. I didn't give you guys consent to put this camera up. Like, who gave y'all consent to do that? That thing is recording me. Then they try to play me like, oh, it doesn't record. What does it do then? Tell me.